That's so nasty, dude. That's so nasty. All right, how do we look? We look good?
Yeah, we look good.
All right, awesome.
Where's the beach, kid?
Yeah, right, dude. I need after that video of wrestling my brother, I need to go to the gym.
Yeah, everyone take a peek. Take a peek at Mark Lewis is cool on the Instagram stories.
If you're listening to this now, it'll be down by the time that the
don't worry,
episode's
we're gonna
up,
record it and put it on our own shit because he's getting gutted like a fish right now.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what the fuck that is. My brother's a guest going in for liposuction to take care of his double chin again. Kids working out. It's been working out.
Looks fine.
Looks fine.
I had to have this conversation with him Easter. I'm like, you look fine, dude. Like, what's the big deal? He's like, you should see when I shave my beard. I'm like, then don't shave your beard until you lose it. Like, why are you going to go get under the knife? And then if you're going to go under the knife, go under the knife. I understand doing a promo video. We don't need action shots. What do you think, Jeff? You think we need action shots?
I think that last one when he had when he had his face marked up with the marker, that's where it should have cut off.
Yes, that's as max as it should have gone.
That is it. I clicked one more. I seen a needle. Then now underneath, and I'm like, in his jaw. Then it just gets way worse. The next 3 slides, there should be a warning. It's probably gonna get flagged. Like
it feels like it should be.
It should be.
Like violence.
It should be definitely say like it should definitely give somebody a warning. Like that needle I think is like this long.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched like the
like just getting it jabbed into his neck?
You watch like Brazil and like the Colombian like cartels and shit like that, and you see them like all killing people. Have you ever seen those videos online?
Yeah, they put the warning.
They put that should be on there.
Yeah, it should. That warning definitely should be on there. That's very graphic.
I'm legitimately texting everybody and saying you have to watch this thing because people have to know before this gets deleted. It's like bad. This is must-watch TV.
I texted my group chat. I said, "Yo, guys, if you're gonna watch my brother's IG story today, just look out." And then like my boy E just replied back and goes, "What the fuck did I just watch?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Yo," he's like, "I'm literally freaked the fuck out. Is your brother good?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like people might think Marco's getting captured and tortured right now. It's like, nah, dude, he's just getting his
Do you know
double
what?
chin taken away.
I'm actually going to screen record that now because I feel like this could be something that he could try to take down.
Yeah, that's tough.
What
that's
if
tough.
you? Who says you need to shave your beard? Everybody tries to keep a beard. Why would you? Did you have to really choose right now to do this, dude?
Yeah, because what if it comes down?
It's mad long. That's very long.
Oh my god, this is bad.
Oh my god,
this is bad. What is he doing? But what are they doing right now? It's like they have a needle.
I think they're ripping all of the cartilage underneath his chin.
Just like loosening it up so they can suck it out.
I mean, the creepiest part about this thing is not that. It's the way he looks at the camera.
It's great.
Yes, he's so unfazed by it. So unfazed.
Also,
my god, this is the worst one. Looks like he's getting sawed open. I legitimately, this is how I would like gut a fish. I cut a fish fillet. Is it a suction?
I honestly don't know why. If there was like a medical assistant like videotaping it for like their promo needs and like that's what they were doing. All right, cool. It's literally Marco holding the phone, looking at the camera, which is like I don't know how you could be like, yeah, look, and like all your stuff's just getting like no.
Sponsored by Dave's Hot Chicken.
How's he holding it though? Like, is he holding it or is there an assistant holding it?
No, he's holding it.
Definitely.
He's holding it out with his left hand while he's getting
So that means he can see it too. So he's watching it happen to him, which would freak me out.
Before the jawline jab last shot, Marco's looking at the camera.
I was honestly assuming that he would have been knocked out for that.
Right. Looking at that, how that is now, that's not going to feel good.
At first, I thought it was going to be
once that wears off, that's not going to feel
a little
good.
slit, and you just throw the vacuum in and just start sucking shit up.
But I think, like Jay Fine said, like what he's doing right now, that guy's like ripping all that. What the fuck else are you doing?
It's not going to feel good for a while.
He's not going to. I'll tell you that right now. He's not massaging you.
I was going to say, you're going to be like locked in place with your neck and head.
He said for the first 5 days, he's going to look like Jabba the Hutt.
He doesn't deal with pain well, if you notice that, either. Like, he's going to have a problem. Guaranteed. Like, he's going to rush himself to the hospital a few times.
It's like why we always say, like, why are you doing all this shit to yourself? Like,
he's doing too much.
Way too much.
Doing too much.
All you had to do is get a personal trainer, look good. Look nice, huh?
I feel like he's already losing weight, too.
Yeah, he's definitely losing weight. I thought he was on pace for, like, 6.5 pounds. 6.5 pounds in a month?
It's good.
What's that in 4 months?
24. 27.
Imagine losing 27 pounds almost in 4 months.
That must seem like an eternity to you. That must seem like so much 27 to you. Like right now, you're like, wow, I can't even get there. You didn't have your Boston cream donuts today. Give Nico a round of applause for that one.
Yeah, but I have this, which is like 7 Boston cream donuts.
Is it?
Probably. I'm too fat.
It was the video of you and Marco wrestling.
Pissed me off.
Yeah, that was bad.
And first of all,
you look like two hippos fucking.
Marco decommitted from a hand-to-hand combat in like 30 seconds. I hit him once and that was it. And all he wanted to do was just wrap me up.
Was this an actual fight or you guys were like
he came at me. I don't know if Al told him to do it, but I've never seen him do that. He came right at me.
He was in a weird mood.
What you did?
Yeah.
So this wasn't like a brothers fucking around. This was like you guys were actually fighting.
I mean, yeah, no, it was.
They were fucking around.
We were fucking around. There was like no animosity there, but like, he definitely was feeling himself from working out. Al probably told me just look good. He literally walked by me and shoulder bumped me, and I flinched at him. And he was like, "Yeah, you want to go right now?" And I'm like, "He ain't serious." And he literally put his phone down. I'm like, "All right, now he's gonna come over here." So he squared up, and I literally hit him in the nose with a jab. Like I did. I did throw my left hand out, and I caught him. But I knew what I was doing. I didn't throw anything behind it, and immediately I could see that he backed up and didn't want to like throw anything at me. And he threw like a stupid right, and I moved to the left of it, and I'm like, all right,
well,
dude.
I think I missed that first punch on video.
No, you got it.
Did I?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I seen him back up. So I was like, all right, I see you back up. But then it was just like 2 fat water buffaloes. Like in the water. Yeah. Like no one moved. No, really, like he came, but like Marco's a strong ass kid. Marco is strong. Like naturally, like he's very, very heavy loaded, like especially in the bottom half. And he had me like he had bolt underneath my arms.
I was hoping he was gonna just chest.
So I thought he was gonna just press down on my lower back. All he had to do was press down on my lower back. He could have flattened me out like bad. So I'm like, damn. I fought like that. As soon as he did that, I was like, nah, this kid ain't pinning me on my back. And so like I started face rubbing him, like everything. I'm like, get the fuck off me. And that was that. That was it. That the people got a little bit of a show. Now I think I'm gonna go to him next holiday party, next thing, because now the weather's getting nice.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
if he
outside.
ever wants to try and feel like he can get froggy like that with me, that's good for him. But
I think my mother kind of ruined that, screaming at you guys. I feel like
it was about to turn. It was about to turn.
I wanted it to turn
because I was about to snap.
I was as giddy as I could be.
I needed either a ref breakup to reset, or I needed to like go to the ground.
Well, people were asking in the video. I'm like, no, they're just fooling around because I knew someone's gonna lose a temper. I wanted to get it to that point. I've been saying it for a few weeks now that I was gonna try to get you guys gassed up, and
you didn't. Yeah, but you didn't do that. I don't know if you did any work behind the scenes, because as soon as he came at me, I'm like, Al told this kid to come and fight me. You fucking serious? But no, I knew that.
Maybe I was working behind the scenes.
Marco was definitely feeling himself from Crux Athletics.
Usually he doesn't even talk to you or look at you.
Don't even swear to God. Swear to God, that was the most engagement I got in a holiday party in probably 3-4 years.
What about him lying? Everybody's saying he would have helped you out getting the car, like he would have helped you with your down payment.
That's funny that you brought that up. Yeah, that's hilarious. That was crazy.
He just said that out of nowhere.
That was like the biggest cap I've ever seen in my life. And I don't even like using that. We're sitting there. Yeah. We're sitting there at the table. Everyone's talking. We're just talking. We're all shooting the shit about like day-to-day stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'm real close to getting a car. I bought a car, but now I'm just doing insurance. Yep. And now I'm shopping. Because, like, I'm getting hit with these fucking it's ridiculous now, like, what they're requiring. All right, whatever. So I'm moving around, and my brother just out of nowhere is like, Nick, why didn't you just say something? I'm like, to who? He's like, remember I told you we were going to get you in a car? I'm like, when? And he was like, I told you I was going to give you a few $100 if you needed it to get started, get something on the road. I said, when the fuck did you tell me that?
Yeah, you know, it was like that. You ever see the Ringo? I was like, who the fuck got ice cream?
When the fuck did we get ice cream? Dude, I was
Nico.
like, when the fuck did Marco? When did Marco offer me a couple $100?
You can't even get him to like put you on a story. To be like, hey, follow my brother. You think he's going to give you money?
It's so funny. Like, my brother didn't even watch me fight at Rough and Rowdy, but yet he's fucking promoting the shit out of some random kid that's going to bare knuckle fight. Like, it's so fucking funny to me. Yeah. I'm like, this is so funny. Like, Mark will promo the dick off of other people that he thinks are cool, which is like cool for those people. Like, I'm his own blood. Marco could give a damn near piss, like, about anything about that. But yet, out of nowhere, while Justin was there, Al, and like a couple other people just happened to throw this, like, bro, I would have threw you a couple $100. I think he said a few to a couple $100.
Well, first it was in the thousands he was talking. Like, he was going to give you $1,000. And then it kept going down. Like, no, you weren't going to give him.
That was great. That was crazy, though. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't want to bring that up because I was like, I don't know what Marco was doing there, but that was cap. That was a lie. Like, I appreciate it, but like, don't ever say we had that conversation because, like, I don't remember having that conversation at all.
I didn't have that on my bingo card. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah, that was not on my bingo card either.
Also, Justin looking dead serious into Skylar's eyes and being like, "Have you ever eaten pussy before?" That wasn't on my bingo card either.
I didn't see
that. Dude, he just looked at her and she was like, that. So I don't know how we got into Justin like not eating out his girls. So then she was like, well, you gotta do that. And he was like, Skylar, if you ever fucking eaten out a girl before, then shut the fuck up. Just like that. We were like, what the fuck, dude?
Is that like right before he left?
So then she was like, have you ever sucked dick before? And he was like, yeah. And that's how it ended.
This is how family parties go.
This is how it goes, you know.
This is how it goes.
I really think if we just let you and Marco wrestle just like a couple minutes long, it was going to turn serious. That's what I was waiting for. You can't just look like two fucking hippos wrestling.
I'm so
first of all,
fucked up.
Marco has the widest crack known to man. Did you see the end of the video?
Like ass crack?
Ass crack wide. He could hold a fucking Pepsi can, like two Pepsi cans up, like a highball, like those tall sodas or like a tall high noon. Like how wide it is left to right. Someone actually got into my DMs and said his ass cheeks fight like the Bloods and the Crips because it just isn't closed enough. Like it's that wide, dude. You gotta look at the picture.
I don't need to. I'm good. It's my brother. I know he's infamous for his ass crack.
But it's like, and he doesn't wear.
Ow, what the fuck?
Sorry, dude.
Turn that. Put it on hidden. These fucking gross ass videos. No, I will. Listen, when you do brother battle, it is purely like being in the jungle. Someone has to come out superior, like every single time.
You couldn't fit like a can.
It's crazy, crazy. He's very hard to move. Dude.
Wide. It's a wide ass.
I thought that was a shadow at first.
No, yeah, it's a shadow.
No, it's literally to be honest, his ass crack is like probably one of these poles.
It's I think it's thicker than that. It's way thicker than that. It's like probably like the microphone.
Wow, all right.
But yeah, like Al, you could attest this. You have two older brothers.
I got a long ass crack too. Mine's long.
You have a long ass crack.
Yeah,
but
so if we're getting into size, ass crack.
As soon as we wrestled each other for like 2 minutes. And I reviewed all the tape. I watched that video that Al put up on the story like 3 times.
You know that video is like 22 seconds long. So I don't know why you said 2 minutes.
I felt like 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. I felt like after.
I'm sure like all of the girls.
There's a lot of analysis after it. 1, I'm fat. 2,
yes.
You guys look big. I literally am fat. He don't look big. I mean, like he might look big like Dick. Like he isn't fat.
No, he's not fat. I think his ass crack didn't help him hang out.
His ass crack, like, God forbid he wears briefs. Like, just wear underwear. Like, don't be a fucking weirdo. That skeeves me out, but that's a whole nother issue. But
I think in a hand-to-hand combat, I think you're gonna win. You had him. You lined up where he was. You caught your distance with that jab. He had no clue that you were throwing a punch.
He had no clue
and then he did this like fake punch, like he was gonna punch you.
And I moved out of the way. I'm like, bro, that was telegraphed. And then he wrapped me up. So fuck him, dude. I'll get him again, though. I'll get him again. That was a good test for me. That gave me a lot of tests. I need to get back in the gym. And I think
some planks. Let's hit some planks.
I think maybe the next time if Marco tries to come in on me, he's going to get Jorge mastered out. I'm going to jump up in the air and throw a knee.
Oh, so you're going shadow realm.
I'll see where it lands.
You've thrown him to shadow realm.
Yeah, because I look back at it, if I do throw a knee when Marco comes in on me, I would have caught him like right in the collarbone. Maybe shatter his collarbone. Yeah.
Well, look, it doesn't matter what two dudes. You could take the most passive dudes, the best of friends, and after a certain amount of time, it's gonna get serious.
Yeah, 100%.
It cannot stay.
I was right there. I was right there. Like the needle for me, I'm definitely the one that's gonna take it serious first.
Yeah,
because like there ain't no way. We've all
been in those situations.
I'm not listening from anybody in that household that Marco dominated me. Nope, I'm not doing it. Especially where I'm at now, I know for a fact.
Well, I'm gonna say whoever, like, if that went further, right? I would gonna call that a draw.
Well, yeah, you have to. There was no movement.
If that went further and you lost, you would not have stopped hearing about that. I still tell Justin, like 15 years ago, Marco hip tossed Justin onto a car.
And then I tapped him out in 30 seconds at 18 years old.
Yes, and that's probably why his hips don't work correctly and he needs lidocaine in his hips, and that's why he can't come to these things like he's fucking 90 years old.
We haven't talked about Justin Justin right now. He got moved to the IL.
Yeah, he's on the injured reserve.
He's on the injured reserve. We think just a 10-day, so he's probably going to be back next week. But Justin went to the hospital for hip pain and got like, I don't know, he has inflamed hips now.
This is a kid who sat here and said he was the biggest lockdown defender, and he said it again on Easter that he could shut anyone down in basketball. The kid, his feet go like this, his legs go like this. Watch, look at him when he stands up. He's the most unathletic person on the face of the planet.
Justin's built like a fucking Looney Tune, bro. He's like,
he legit looks like a pear with sideways legs. He looks like Mr. Potato Head. You ever see Mr. Potato Head's legs? They go sideways. This is the kid that's going to shut everyone down on defense. Okay.
Tony Allen.
Yeah, he's getting injections in his hips at 36 years old. Yeah, it's embarrassing, dude.
How's that lateral movement?
Yeah, he can't even go left to right, dude.
He can't even fucking barely go straight. You think he can go left to right? Yeah. That's tough. Wow, a lot of toughness. So we got one relative dealing with chronic hip problems. We got another one getting his jaw just completely deteriorated. Yeah,
we're in a bad shape for the family. We don't look good. You two, that was bad. That was embarrassing for the family. You two on camera, like you guys looked sloppy. Like you would have thought you guys were drunk.
It looked like an indie wrestling match, like an indie house wrestling match, like at your local gym.
Yes.
Wasn't great. Wasn't my best performance.
You wish you had that undershirt tucked in?
Huh?
Do you wish you had your undershirt tucked in?
I wish I didn't have the sweatshirt on because it was tight at the bottom, which rose up. And then, I just wish I was skinnier and didn't love sweets. I got to figure it out. But like I said, once I get a car, I get in the gym, and then it's over for everybody.
It's over.
It's over. I think it, well, in the sense of it's over is like my journey to like probably lose at least 20 pounds. I have no problem being a little thick. And you know what? Kudos, tip the cat to the ladies. You know, they're not all about the 6-pack, 8-pack.
Not anymore.
So that's pretty cool. We're in a pretty good society where my body, my Winnie the Pooh form doesn't really get a lot of knock. So that's cool. But for the sake of me and like, you know.
Have you at all walked off that you're 5'9"? Like, has it come to your head that that you're smaller than 5'9"?
No, because I'm 5'8"3/4. Like I'm always going to round that up.
Brian Brissy came into your place of work, right?
That was awesome.
And he's like 6'5". You put a picture up, and he's at least. And I'm going to get into the mechanics of it. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to measure the brick that's behind you.
Also, it's also very slanted walkway.
I'm been in there. I got took pictures of the
scene. No,
I have the scene of the crime.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Listen, I got the scene of the crime. We're going to do a physical scientific analysis of how small you are. I'm going to say you're about 5'5" now.
He is on the higher side of the slanted sidewalk. That alleyway goes like this, and Berzies is on the right side, which is the higher side. It's crazy. My mom's like, wow, Nico, when did you get such a fucking ugly comb over? And I'm like, I didn't even reply back. She went, oh, wait, he's just casting a shadow over you. I'm like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, in more ways than one was he casting a shadow over you. You looked like his child.
I did. I looked like a Make-A-Wish kid. Dead ass. I was like, I can't take a picture.
Why?
It's gross.
I don't know why
It's
people
gross.
ask to take pictures with celebrities. It's just something I wouldn't do.
The only reason why I asked him to take a picture... Dude, I met Portnoy, I've met Big Cat, I've met all types of people. I've never asked him for a picture. Don't necessarily need to. The only reason why I asked him for a picture is because for like, I'd say almost 7-8 years now, I've been following people that have come out of high school that go to college. You know, like I that's one of my things. It's one of my hobbies. Brian Berzies was one of the first ever people I followed.
Is he a local dude?
He's not a local dude. I believe maybe out of like somewhere in Pennsylvania. Anyhow,
You don't even know where he went. He went to Damascus.
Damascus. I said that he went to Damascus High School. Went to Clemson. Was the Gatorade Player of the Year. He was like fucking. He was super pumped about that. He's like, oh, all right, you know your shit. Like, yeah, you know, just simple stuff like that. So it's pretty cool when you get, especially somebody like in the restaurant. That's anything that I've ever wanted is like to get like some not top tier, but he's up there, not top tier, but you know,
He could be soon.
he could be soon getting people in the restaurant that are like in my realm. Like, you know, that's my, as soon as he walked through the door, no one knew, obviously, right? But they just knew it was like a mammoth of a man. And I send the martini over with the Saints logo on it. I'm like, yo, put the Saints logo on that.
dope.
And he goes over to him. He's at the bar and he's like, stop watching it.
We got another one.
Oh my God, who gives a shit? The fucking gross.
Go.
He was fired up. He's like, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
That's
and like,
messed up.
obviously, Juan, the Colombian bartender, isn't the one that spotted him. So he's he's looking around the fucking thing. He's trying to figure out, like, where did that come from?
Who recognized me? Yeah.
Right? Because the reservation's under his girlfriend's name. So, like, no one's going to ever have, occur to that. And yeah, as soon as he came over and he sat down and introduced myself, and I sent a martini over that he got with him sacking Tommy DeVito. And he was like, just started to go nuts, dude. He was like, oh, this is fucking crazy. And all the people at the table are laughing. They're like, what is that, Brian? Like, this is when I sacked Tommy DeVito. He's like, dude, who did this? And he looks up and I was just like, I did it. And he was just like, yo, he stuck out his hand like, hey, I'm Brian. It's wicked nice to meet him, dude. It was cool. That's all I want. I want to fucking, that's where I want to work. I want to work with those types of guys, you know? So I think
So where would you be working with these guys?
I want to work in social media and like I want to work for a team. Like when I interviewed, I was close. I got to through the first round of interviews for the Patriots for a social media coordinator. When they were like, they got to the point where like, hey, listen, if we're gonna need you to take the COVID vaccine because you're gonna be on the team plane, like flying around, like, would you be willing to do that? I'm like, oh, this is like legit. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I would do it. I would do that for that. I said that's the only reason why I would ever get the shot. I haven't gotten one booster ever. Never got one Rona booster, never in my life. But for that, I would. For anything. Bruins, Celtics, Red Sox.
So you just give up all your core beliefs for the fact of just to suck athletes' dicks. Pretty much. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, if you want to look at it like that and word it like that, which is fucking ridiculous, but...
Well, yeah, we're getting down. That's the basis of it. You strip that down.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Would you take a coronavirus to be like a professional caddy? For one of the top like 30 golfers in the world?
Caddies make 10%. So you're saying like for Scotty Scheffler?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a lot of money for a fucking shot in your body. You still haven't. Come on, answer it. I told you my answer.
I already got the shot, though. See what I mean?
Fuck.
See, it's different.
All right, so it's a little different. Whatever. But you got the shot because your wife's paranoid.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is way worse.
Way worse. You ain't getting 10%.
Yeah,
You're getting 10% of shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. So that's like that was our Easter weekend kind of wrapped up. So I did that. Anything? What else we do? Oh, I I got kind of shamed by my cousin for playing Fat Jesus. That's cool, I guess.
Oh yeah, he was mad at you.
He was mad.
He didn't want you taking the Lord's name in vain.
Right.
Is your family like that too? Like my family is like, if
Certain
you even make
ones.
a joke about Jesus.
I'll tell you right now, Al's mom, my aunt, Al's mom won MVP of like, I think the eastern region of North America for church people at one point, like a few years ago.
He doesn't. What are you talking about?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She won like an MVP award for church people.
I don't even know if that's a thing. Are you making this up?
Her. Yeah, no, watch. I'll ask her. Dead ass. I swear to God, she won an award like at least within the last 7 years for being like top church people. Maybe
well, she
like,
didn't really care about the video.
Maybe in like the Northeast region. Yeah, because she doesn't have like social media like that.
Yeah, she wouldn't have cared though. Because you look like Fat Jesus. It's not like you don't. It's not making fun of Jesus. That's what they don't understand. It's making fun of Nico.
Right.
It's like never. It's like absolutely not making fun of Jesus. It's literally trying to make Jesus fat in like 2024.
But it's like, even if you like, you're making a joke. You know what I mean? Like that. But my family's kind of the same way. On my mom's side, like they're so religious. Like if you even tried to make a joke about God, you're getting like a 20-minute lecture.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like, I don't find that, like, I find that kind of like fucking crazy. Like it makes me like uncomfortable.
It makes me want to make more jokes.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
All I said to him was immediately when that I said, Fat Jesus isn't going anywhere. Fat Jesus
he's coming
is here.
back.
Like, as long as I'm fat and I'm not cutting my hair, I'm Fat Jesus. I'm just gonna look different. I'm just gonna look different in the next video. Like the next video, we have like a little bit of a different look for me as far as like what I'll be wearing, because obviously I got fucking rashed on for that. So, you know.
Jay, fine. The best part is they panicked over the promo poster. They didn't even watch the video. So we call him Gay Jesus. It's not even like, so I can just imagine if this person watches the video, what we're going to get.
Oh, wow. Yeah. He didn't even watch the video.
Just the video of your head on Jesus' body was enough to insult him.
I know. That's what it was. It was the promo poster that fucked him up. It was the promo poster that fucked them up.
Speaking of videos, did you guys like promote the last episode?
No, we just said the same exact thing.
It's doing, it's just
out of nowhere.
400 views going. It's doing pretty well. The last episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Someone said that.
Yeah.
Someone said that. We woke up and like.
I go, who bought an ad for this video?
Yeah. So who bought an ad for this video?
Yeah. We'll see.
Was that? I'm telling you, man. I say to everybody. Because, you know, I'll have friends that'll ask me, like, about what I said I don't remember. We get in the car. Thank God I have these. The only reason why this notepad is so crucial is to actually have an idea of what we talked about.
Yeah.
So, like, actually everything of what we've talked about, I'm going to have to write Easter, like, recap for him. Because we don't even have that written down. But that's, like, literally all we've talked about for the past 20 minutes.
Marco's procedure.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the algorithm being like, it's like identifying like relevant like titles and like, because it's like tax season, so you make the title.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about putting it as quiet on set. Maybe we should just fuck with that. So what would be?
Just always try to put like current buzzwords in the fucking title.
In the title.
Like,
So we should just make our stuff like wicked clickbaity. Fuck it.
Like as clickbaity as possible.
Yeah. Like Nico reveals that he has cancer. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's where my brain's at. That's just
we do it for the viewers, dude. We just like how many people have gotten cancer on this fucking podcast?
I don't know. But
yeah, I like that.
It's like you know what? That's so funny. Like you really do give me like a big cat vibe. Big cat like always says like slave for the content. You're the same thing. Slave for the content. That's a slave for the content move.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
That's what that is. Do you see that Nicolas Cage says that he remembers being in the womb?
So here's my beef with these people. They all claim that they remember all this shit. And I know that there's probably like 6 to 10 people in the world, they say, that can remember every single day of their life.
I'm one of them.
Who you can remember every single day. So when you were born.
I could swear to God that I remember that. I just want to know this when I was born. If there was a dry erase board at the foot of the bed where I was delivered, if there is a dry erase board there, that is what I remember.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Every fucking hospital in the world has a dry erase board in front of the person. It's always marked on the wall. Every single hospital, you've been in a million hospital beds in your life.
But nope.
Yeah, you've never been in a hospital room before?
Not a million. Not a million. Maybe
okay, no shit, not a million.
Well, maybe a handful.
10? 5?
That 10's fair.
5 to 10.
No more than 10.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
So you've been in a shit ton of them.
Oh.
My point is like no one knows. No one know. Like we can't disprove you. Because it's so long ago. It's 30 years ago. However long. What are you? 29. We can't say you're wrong. You could just say that like you remembered anything. Like the doctor was wearing a blue tie. Who the fuck's gonna remember that?
Yeah, unless
You know
someone
what I'm
had a
saying?
picture. Unless someone had a picture. That's the only way they can
This
tell.
fucking guy is saying he's in the womb, which is even crazier. It's like he hasn't even breathed air yet, and he can remember.
Sometimes I think I can go all the way back to in utero.
Utero. Yeah.
In utero, and feeling like I could see faces in the dark. Now that's just stupid.
He also I think he thinks he's a vampire. So
that's not
he's
that wasn't a
fucked up.
joke.
No,
That
he's
wasn't a
dead
joke?
serious, dude.
Wow.
Nick Cage is fucked up.
He's fucked up. You know what I heard about him the other day, actually? Did you guys know he's Francis Ford Coppola's nephew?
Yes.
Who?
I did know
I don't
that.
know who that is.
Godfather.
The Godfather guy. He changed his name from Coppola to Cage.
Yeah, it was Nick
Yeah.
Coppola. I think it's his mother's brother or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever hear the guy that changed his name from Mark Go to Mark Lewis?
That was funny. He kind of flamed your mother though in the group chat. That was pretty funny.
I didn't see that.
He's like he started mentioning all her names
No,
that
okay.
she had with the different husbands. It was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a good. There was a solid run there. My mom's been married, I think, 3 or 4 times. I had no idea. Yeah,
That happens.
kudos to her, I guess. Yeah, how many?
Is she
I
currently
think
married?
4.
Yeah, to Bubba.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This one's gonna last.
Bubba. Yeah,
Yeah, he's too laid back.
Bubba, my father, some dude before my dad, I'm pretty sure,
Yep.
and then sometime between after my father and before Bubba, I think.
Yeah, Searle, Gene.
Oh yeah, that's right. She really was married to a legitimate.
You lived with him.
To a legitimate psychopath. Yeah, he abused the shit out of me and Marco all the time.
Some dude you
Beat
wish
the
you run
shit
into
out of
now.
me. Would literally when I say beat the shit out of, it's like I would laugh after, but he would try. He was a big ass dude. This dude was huge, especially us being small. I've watched him legit full mount Marco and smack Marco.
Well, I mean, are you gonna blame him for that? No,
Yeah, well, Marco yelled at Skylar because Skylar took a turnbuckle and swung it at Marco and cracked his tooth. Skylar was dead little. She was just playing with us.
Yeah.
And all Marco did was tell her no and yelled at her. And Gene came down and tackled Marco, dude. Marco couldn't have been any older than 12. Hope Gene Searle's dead in a fucking ditch. But yeah, he full mounted Marco and fucking paintbrushed him.
I thought you were gonna say he fucked him.
Nope, didn't fuck him.
You sure?
I don't know anything about that, but speaking of beating the shit out of, multiple women in NYC have reported getting punched in the face.
So I've seen this. Do you believe that?
I'm not allowed to read obviously the whole fucking article.
No, just not the whole one. I said
This kid gets fucking pissed off. God forbid if we have any background story to this. I don't know anything about it. Several women have recently taken to social media to recount incidents of being punched in the face by men walking down the street in Manhattan in broad daylight. While New York police have made an arrest in one case and investigated in another, they haven't confirmed if these incidents kind of match each other, it seems. It's uncertainty if where this is all coming from. Concerns about public safety persist in New York City, with recent high-profile crimes promoting the deployment of National Guard members to busy subway stations.
So my thing with this is why isn't it on video? Some of these
Okay,
things.
I was just going to say, New York is the most heavily surveilled city in the fucking world. Every corner of every street has a fucking camera on it. I think this probably happened legitimately once. Some girl made a video about it, and then a bunch of other fucking broads saw, oh, this did numbers. I'm going to fucking say it happened.
Do you know
to me
who
too.
gets beat up all the time, though? Asian women.
Oh, I believe it.
Old Asian women in New
believe it.
York are always getting beat up. The Stop Asian Hate shit might be legit, and it's always on video. And for some reason, it seems to always be a black guy hitting these Asian women. I don't know why. It's just you look it up. It's black dude demolishes a 60-year-old Asian woman. Just
That's
like,
fucked up.
well, out of nowhere too. She'll just be walking down with her purse, dude. So if I guess the question is, if it's Asian women online, I believe the Asian women. Some girls, I guess it's a problem with society in general nowadays, but it seems like some girls just want for social media clout a little bit. Yeah. I got punched too, type thing.
I saw a video pop up on my TikTok the other day, and it was a chick claiming like she just got slapped, and she's like, I'm looking at her face, like nothing looks out of sort. There's like no marks. She's laughing about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't look like some random stranger just came up and fucking clocked you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Look, maybe it's legit, but like, people do some crazy shit for social media clout nowadays.
And when did it become a crime to ask questions? Like, they make it a crime that you even asked a question like, oh, was there any video of it? Did this happen? They make it seem like just because you are asking a question means you don't believe them and you're not taking them serious. No one's saying that, but at some point you got to prove yourself a little bit.
I will say, I would bet my life that if there is somebody running around doing it, it's got to be a white guy. That's such a white guy move to just be running around slapping girls on the face. Like,
if it's a slap,
if it's a slap, because that's what they're saying. They're saying it's a slap. Like, they're running around getting fucking slapped.
Oh, that's definitely a white guy thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're on the sidewalk, he's on the sidewalk, and it's like,
it's just some dude. I bet it's some dude also doing it for content. It's some dude. That's just what it is. It's an influencer just running around fucking smacking chicks. Did you see the guy in I think, I don't know if it was Vegas or Atlantic City, one of the places like, with casinos and shit, the guy who was running around to chicks, peeing on them at the casino and filming it for social media?
Dude.
These people, dude, someone's going to get killed.
Dude.
I mean, like, yeah.
Imagine you see someone piss on your girl.
On the casino floor, like going up to...
You're down to die. You just signed a death certificate.
Like, chicks
are now John Wick.
Yes.
Yo, you got to kill the dudes. These chicks are just like at slot machines, and this dude just comes up and he starts pissing on them and then walks away. And like,
is it real? Is he real? Or is it one of those fake dicks?
I don't know if it's. I didn't.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be like a Wizinator situation.
It could definitely be that.
Still though,
but still, it's like if I'm the boyfriend, I don't know if that's a real or fake dick. I'm just instantly attacking you.
I don't know. Like, maybe that's the reason why I'm not fucking famous, because I don't take the overextent of like doing stuff like that to get attention in any way, shape, or form.
I think as soon as it turns physical in any shape or form, that's when it gets crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's when it's like you draw a line. You want to bust someone's balls, like you just, you're scaring them or something like that. That's different.
You want to pull a prank on somebody, that's different. Once you physically touch somebody or physically do something to somebody, I mean, all gloves are off, man. Now it's like the prank ain't pranking. Pissing on people? You're gonna get pissed on? Get the fuck out of here. You guys ever see that? I can't recite it because my boy knows it very good, but it's like it's in NY. They're in an elevator. It's like, you ain't pissing on me, brother. It's like a whole thing about getting pissed on and stuff like that. And the guy, it's like one of those conversations that like you couldn't believe two guys have. And it's like the funniest thing. It's about getting pissed. It's about like the guy's actually just checking if anyone pissed in the elevators because he's trying to like clean the piss. So that's what he does. And it's like, yeah, you ain't pissing on me. He's like, who you pissing on? Who the fuck are you? And the guy's
he's
like,
getting mad.
It's like, you ain't fucking pissing on me, bro. And the guy's like, all right. Like no one said that. Like, I'm just kind of fucking like that's two cracked out New York guys just having a conversation. One thing that I noticed that I dwelled on, because I went to go see Kong and Godzilla, The New Empire.
Ooh, how was that?
That was the balls. Yeah? The movie was so fucking good.
Nice.
It was action-packed. The intro to the movie was arguably my favorite part. It was so fucking dope. The CGI wasn't fucking really cheesy. It's got 3 different storylines going. The main thing that I wanted as many extraterrestrial intergalactical monster fights as possible. That's all I wanted. Kong ripping things to shreds. Godzilla ripping things to shreds. Yeah. Minimal conversation between humans. Fuck them. And that's exactly what it was. You had Kong on shallow Earth going crazy because he's trying to figure out there's something going on. Then you got fucking Godzilla is now this is what goes on in the world now. So Godzilla's up on Earth, and it's cool. His bed where he likes to sleep. If you could pick one location in Europe where Godzilla would sleep, where would you pick?
In Europe?
Yes, in Europe. Where would he sleep?
I would think the cliffs of Moher in Ireland. I don't know. I'm thinking grass.
It's all right. Just, anyway.
What about like inside the Colosseum?
Of course, J5 would get that right. Where would Godzilla lay his bed? Yeah. Godzilla sleeps curled up in the Colosseum.
That's badass.
Sick.
That is sick. That does make perfect sense.
But so all the Godzilla fucking nerds are gonna get what they want, because what Godzilla's doing is fighting all the people that he fucks with, all the Titans, all the different like bad Titans.
Yeah,
he's taking care of them on Earth.
Mike, do you have to watch this movie at all? Do you have to watch any of the before movies?
I would say yeah.
Watch Godzilla vs Kong.
Yes, and the one before that.
Which one's that?
The last Godzilla movie.
Is that the Bryan Cranston one?
I don't know. It's the one with Millie Bobby Brown.
I think that's Godzilla vs. Kong is Millie Bobby Brown. She's in that, yeah, but I think she's in the other Godzilla. It's like Godzilla versus like something else. Can you believe Drake fucked her? How fucking crazy is
Drake
that?
fucked Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah, when she was like 14, I think. But this is how you know it's a good movie. 54% on critics, Godzilla by Kong, The New Empire. 92% audience score. I love that spread.
Yep.
I love when there's a spread between the critics because the critics are fucking loser assholes.
Al's gonna love this movie. Al's gonna love this movie. It's got stupid action. It's awesome. It's like fucking dope. So they'll give you all of the places where he is fighting everything. So like Godzilla starts freaking out because he knows something's coming. So he's starting to fucking power up. And the only way he knows to fucking like get to his supercharge mode is to take the life out of all these other Titans and consume it. So he's going and finding like these radiant places, and you just see him like just fucking inhaling all the radiation, and people like, we can't go near that. Like, what the fuck is this thing doing?
So is there like one enemy? There's multiple enemy monsters? Or is there like one overarching?
So many enemy monsters at start. Because even Kong, you'll see in Kong, because I know everybody watched the fucking preview and everyone looked at the fucking thing. They're like, oh my God, look, it's a little baby Kong.
Yeah.
That dude's a little fucking piece of shit. You'll figure it out. He's a little piece of shit. But so anyways, he ends up like being like, it's not like spoiling or anything. He ends up being Kong's son. Like he ends up being like Kong takes him in.
You fucking ruined the whole movie for me.
No, that's not even close to the whole movie. Dude, I'm not even talking about who the two. There's a main enemy. Yeah. There's a whole reason for what's going on, because like throughout the whole movie, this loud sound keeps happening, and it sounds like a fucking Amber Alert on your phone, but it's like going on throughout like a whole world. It's crazy. It's such a cool fucking concept.
Is it like the old monsters from like the old Godzilla?
Yes. Godzilla, yes. Yep. Okay. Yep. You'll see. I'm not going to say anything, but you'll see multiple references to old Godzilla,
like Mothra, all those fucking dudes. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
See, I'd have to watch like a recap video after, because I'm bad with the throwback sometimes. Like this.
That's why I said
5 movies back.
The one you'd have to go back to
is Godzilla's
last movie before he encounters Kong.
Okay, so it's Godzilla's. It's like the crazy monster. Then it's Godzilla's and Kong.
Yep.
There's 2, and then this movie's 3, basically.
Yep. Okay. I would say the reason why I would say for you to watch that last Godzilla movie before he meets Kong is because of all the people he fights in that. Yeah. All the Titans get released in that. I'm pretty sure that, I don't know what's that called. It's called whatever that Godzilla movie's called. I'm pretty sure there's something to say about like Godzilla versus like Titans or something fucking shit. But what a movie. What a movie. Action out of this world, not even close to cheesy. It's like fucking there's multiple different occasions where like Kong's like intercepted by like different things on shallow Earth, and they're all fucked up, and like Kong just carries his axe with him, and like dude's like he'll like drop his axe like and just like start getting to work, like and just start fucking people up like hand to hand, just going crazy.
Because you don't have to spoil it, but I saw in like the previews. Is it like that? Is there like a portal to like another dimension that like
There always has been. That's what they use and what they found out how to transfer between shallow Earth and actual Earth. It's not that they're actually two different places, but yet they explain to you in the movie that it's actually one. But it took them time to figure out how to get from surface Earth, they call it, to shallow Earth, to hollow Earth.
Got it.
Which is where Kong resides.
Okay.
And that's like where his family is and everything. But why it works and why they work as a team and why they have to try and talk to each other is they can't be in the same place. It's like Godzilla's territory is up top.
Yeah. And
which I never thought like this was like a thing. Godzilla's territory is up top, Kong's territory is down low. And that's how it is. Yeah. Godzilla's gonna take care of everything upstairs. Kong's gonna take care of everything downstairs. Because Godzilla could get alerted, they say, like, if he comes up. And if he comes up, then he's like, all right, what are you doing? And they fight in this movie for like a short time, and it's actually hilarious where they fight. They fight literally, they're throwing each other through the pyramids. They're just throwing each other through pyramids. Sick. Go see it.
My question, where'd you go? You go Assembly Row?
Assembly Row, IMAX.
What's your standard order? Your standard order for at the snack stand?
Yep. So this is every single time.
Yeah, something close.
No. I'm just telling you, it's every single time I do this. I'm going in. Assembly Row does a really good job of already laying out the popcorn, so you can go and grab it yourself.
Just grab and go.
And then while you're walking down the aisle, you can pick and pop from the snacks. Cookie dough bites have been the go-to because I felt like they changed the chocolate and the Bunch of Crunch. So I grabbed both because I always got to check in on my Bunch of Crunch, see if they brought it back. They brought it back. It's back. It's so back.
The chocolate's back.
Bunch of Crunch has never been so back in my life. Grab a medium popcorn. I don't know why they did this. They left the straws like up front for like the people to give them out. I don't know why that is, but I'm looking for the straw for the butter.
Yeah, you get the butter down low.
And I couldn't get that done. And so the butter was unsuccessful on the popcorn. It was very minimum. There was like maybe 2 out of the 6 dispensers worked. So it's got to be candy. It's usually 1 candy, popcorn, icy. That's it. That's all I need. And it's a blue icy. That's how I top that off. And the icy machine, for some reason, it's like fucking McDonald's. Why doesn't it work? Why? Why can't it just fucking work? And it's like Assembly Row, like, do better. Because every time I go to Liberty Tree, it's literally not a problem. But
Liberty Tree's always on point. Because they have 2 machines, too.
I live less than 10 minutes away from Assembly Row. So obviously I'm going to go there. So it's Bunch Crunch, popcorn, icy.
I would have thought it would have been more. Out of you.
I pay so much attention. Like when I eat everything, it's during the previews. I eat everything in 25 minutes.
I'm done before the credits are rolling.
Like I'm not still eating popcorn usually during the movie. Like I'm like good because I don't want to make any sounds or anything. Wow, can I tell you? I almost want to take out 6 teenagers. I wanted to get put on like Channel 5 for like beating the shit out of like 6 teenage kids and like having no.
Were
problem.
They just talking?
Dude, they were talking. They kept standing up. But it was all before the movie started. Thankfully, once the movie started, nothing happened, so I can't be mad.
Okay, yeah, so then we're fine.
So you can be as loud as you want and fucking around and standing up like...
But in your head, you were thinking...
I seen all the previews. All I said to my sister, I really came here on my day off. I just want to watch a movie. It's one of the best things I do is go to the movies by myself. If you think for 2 seconds I'm going to allow some fucking punk-ass kids to ruin my time, I'm going on the fucking news. I love the movies. Don't fuck it up for me. Don't be a fucking
your mind was
piece of
racing.
shit.
You were like, they're going to do this the whole time. I know it.
I had my right fist clenched because they were the next row ahead of me. I just wanted to lean over and just fucking haul off and hit one of them and just be like, the other 5 of you are just going to get hit just like that if we keep fucking around. Yep.
Do you feel like having that video out there with Mako is kind of like hurting your credibility a little bit?
No.
Okay. Just wondering.
What?
Just seeing where your head's at. Like people are in my inbox being like, this is sad. This was sad.
Well,
I'm like, they should have. Come test them.
Come find out.
Yeah. That's all right.
You don't want to wrestle me. You don't want to wrestle me. You don't.
We know Justin doesn't.
You don't want to.
His hip hasn't been the same since that ankle.
Or his ankle.
I think
you don't want to wrestle me. I love to wrestle. I'm like So by any means, if someone wants to be like, this is embarrassing, I could do this, that, and the other thing, come on down to Funky
Come find
Town.
out.
Come find out. And that's,
See if Marco's asshole is as wide as we say it is.
It's actually wider than what you would ever believe. So after the movie spiel, it got me to think, what the fuck, dude? Revere had... I've never seen something more up and coming and more flourishing than the Revere Theater. It really was starting to turn out to be like this great fucking theater. And then kaboom. Like it just got taken out.
You talking about like by COVID, or you mean like recently?
No, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos, this fucking dog bitch. And I try to figure out.
They built an Amazon facility. Sold it to Amazon for like $50 million.
For $50 million. I wanted to look up the deal because I told Justin I wanted to talk about it, but his hips...
his hips are lying.
Shakira is not cool with Justin. His hips are lying. So it was for $50 million. But like, it seems like it's a strategic play that they would want to own this property outright. I'd imagine that this is going to be their kind of trucking hub and for more an urban area just from a geographical standpoint.
What year did that sell? What give us a year on it? 2017, 16, what year?
So this was from 2021, but that's not it.
I don't know when it sold. It sold a while back. I think maybe pre-COVID.
I want the movie theaters to make such a comeback. Like the movie,
they need it. We need it.
When I was younger, like when you went to the movie theaters, that was the fucking experience. Like everybody there, the buzz, the hype, like that was an event, and it got you excited to see the movie. Like
2021.
I can't stand when you go to a theater now and there's like there's only a couple people there. It looks like a ghost town. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want the fucking hype. I want the buzz. Like the theater used to be like the place to be when you wanted to go see a movie. Like
dude,
that
it made no sense. The Revere Theater, it was fine
because every place touched it.
It used to be shitty. It used to really be shitty.
Is it near the mall? Or was it near the mall?
Yeah, you keep going straight up Route 1. It would be
so it's like right near the Square One.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. So when you had I met back in like high school, or back in middle school, whatever. Back in the day, you had the mall, you had the movie theaters, and they'd be bussing on a Friday night or a Saturday night.
It was crazy.
Well, that's you hit one, you hit the other. It fucking
even with North Shore Mall,
being
as close as it is to the Liberty Tree Mall, you can almost throw a fucking football. That's how close they are.
Yeah.
The Liberty Tree Mall will always stand, I think, pound for pound with North Shore because they hold the movie theater. Liberty Tree Mall holds the movie theater. Now, granted, there's like 12 stores. I think actually less than 12
the
businesses.
only thing in there is the movie theater.
Is the movie theater. And a Pizza Regina somehow in the food court, which is amazing.
I think that changed. It's another place now.
That's embarrassing. But yeah, that a mall with a movie theater, that's an infinite combo. If the North Shore Mall, if the Square One Mall was any type of smart, they blow it up. Like, I don't know what they would fucking do, but put up literally hockey boards this like 30 feet in the air all around the Square One Mall, blow it up. Remake the mall, modernize it, put a movie theater on it.
Oh, you think Square One Mall should have the movie theater? I don't hate it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
There needs to be something.
There has to, Al. There has to, because it's a dying
movie
mall.
theater was East Boston's movie theater, Winthrop's movie theater,
Everett,
Saugus.
Yeah. Well,
all these places.
They would definitely have rather gone to Revere than Assembly Row.
100%. Yeah.
Just strictly based off of convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
Wakefield. Yeah, Wakefield.
It's crazy. And then Bezos did his thing, and then they left it vacant. Amazon built their thing probably 2 years ago, and they left it vacant for like 2 years. They're finally starting to actually work in there. Right?
Yeah.
So people were like, what the fuck? You got rid of the movie theater and you didn't do shit. It was supposed to be this hub for all they didn't have any extra jobs or nothing on it. So people were pissed.
It's just this big fucking gray building. They threw it up like in 2 seconds. They had no problem. They were like, watch us destroy the Revere Theater.
I think the Transformers came and built that fucking thing. That's how quick it went.
That's crazy, bro. That fucking thing got thrown at the ground and it just popped up. I'm like, oh wow. But yeah, fucking movie theaters, man. The Square One Mall should get a movie theater.
Well, I'll be going this week. I'm gonna see this Kong.
You gonna go this week?
Yeah. I'll bring my shitty kid. We'll go see it.
Shitty kid. Yeah, your kid's got a good swing. Uncle Nico this Easter evaded. I'm good with. I can't do the chasing anymore. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I hate running, dude. You know what I mean? I love the
Chasing
kid.
kids around,
I love the kids. The kids always go to me to fucking do something because they know no one else is going to actually entertain them. So they'll always hit up Uncle Nico. So, but we did wiffle ball. It was awesome. I'll throw BP to you forever.
Yeah.
Like, just someone fetch me the balls. I'm not fetching no balls. I'll throw the pitches. And I did that for like an hour, which was great. That was awesome. And then my shoulder started to hurt. I started getting inflammation. I needed to call to the bullpen. It's like, that's it. But that's good. Always being the one that's wanted to do the activities also brings its negatives. You know, when I don't want to do anything, or when I'm like, when I'm fucking like too high, or like I'm a little hungover, and you're like, hey, you want to chase us? I'm like, I literally would rather fucking die. I literally would rather somebody jab my jaw with a needle, like fucking gut me like a fish before I chase anybody. I can't fucking think.
I can't get over you, brother.
Yeah, well,
I just can't get over. Like, that's gonna live in my head.
Yeah, I can't unsee that.
They were like so non-gentle with it. Like it was literally like they were fucking dealing with like a farm animal. So like they were just fucking no regard, jackhammering into his fucking jaw and
But
shit.
it's just something we don't have to see. Like, no one really has to see it. Now we got another video. Let's see what this is doing.
A little bit swollen down low here, but yo, check this side out.
Legitimately no difference. You can't tell the difference.
Still got a little more work to do, so we're obviously not finished here. We'll get a little sneak preview when it's all said and done. A couple minutes away, but so far, guys.
Hey.
He looks exactly the same.
I got something to throw out there. Were you guys big Jersey Shore people? Did you guys like the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, I just talked about this with somebody. That's always a good show to throw on. That definitely had its bang. That's definitely had everybody, when the Jersey Shore came out, that had everybody attach their TVs.
Bro,
People would meet up. Jersey days were for real.
That was like the first, I think, big reality TV show that like I remember like being impactful. So listen up. But here's the thing. So now this is kind of my problem with it. It's still super entertaining, right? So Alyssa and I, we've been on a binge watching the Jersey Shore lately, right? Like we started last week. We crushed the first 2 seasons. Like we're halfway through season 3. We've been binge watching it. It's kind of like a fucking like a fallacy. Like I remember watching the Jersey Shore younger, being like, oh, these dudes get laid all the time. Like they're always with like hot chicks. Like been going back and watching it. Like the chicks are all beat, and they do not get laid like that often.
Oh,
like
I know.
It is kind of like mostly just them fighting and like going to a club and drama and coming home. Like all the shit that I remembered growing up. Like, oh, these dudes, they were doing this, they were doing that. Like it's kind of not true. Like going back and watching it as an adult.
Yeah, it's a misconception. Like when I'm 17 years old watching the show, I'm definitely thinking that like everyone's getting sucked off and everyone's bagging ass.
It's legit no different than just if you put 10 of your friends in a thing.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
That's
More,
so, it couldn't be more relatable to a night out in Boston where everyone thinks they're going to go get fucked by like a 10.
Exactly.
And like really it's only one guy and he settled for just the girl that like is maybe like half decent.
But he keeps talking about how hot she is. Like,
because he's trying to convince himself that he's bringing home like an absolute rocketeer.
Yep.
When really he just wants like a blowjob and to grab on some tits.
And then more than half the time they bring girls home, the girls like wind up being like, nah, I'm not down for this. And they leave. And like the dudes get pissed. And like I'm watching this back and I'm thinking to myself like, I just remembered it being so fucking different when I was watching it, like when I was younger.
Yeah, well, it's like, I think like your mind probably told you like, oh, wow, they're getting it. They're definitely getting it in the smush room.
Because you're like a 13-year-old kid. You're like, this is sick. I can't wait to be older. And then like you watch it as an adult and you're like, these guys they're all kind of clowns.
Yeah. They also, it's like, they have like minimal game. Like, No one's out there just like shagging puss left and right.
No.
And imagine just being in a room with 8 people, and if you're not like teamed up with anybody, right, or like you're not in like a Sam and Ron situation, just like taking turns, just like swapping fucking in one bed.
Bananas.
The thing that I give them credit for is that show catapulted them for life.
Oh, it did.
For life.
I'm not hating. It's
Yeah.
I love them. It's still entertaining, but I'm just watching it back thinking like I just remember it going down differently, you know? But,
Yeah. What you thought like every week was
yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's like they're just cramming it into these things. So even if, let's say, in a season they fuck 3-4 girls, you know what I mean? That's probably like a month worth of shit.
More than that.
Yeah.
They're there for like I think I looked it up. They film for like 2 months at a time, like 6 weeks, 7
Yeah,
weeks.
so it's like it's not crazy at
they're
all.
not really going off at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
But that's what they had to make it seem like. That's all they did was fucking party, fuck, and fight. That was
Literally.
Yeah, gym, tan, and laundry. That was it. They got people really behind like that memo, like which is. I don't know. It's funny. It's goofy. It worked. You can't really hate on it. It was kind of something different. Like I think the real world is dumb. That was the first like big reality. Then I loved the cheesy dating ones. I love those. I don't know why.
Oh,
like the
with
ones that
Pauly
Riff
and
Love
Raff.
is Blind and shit?
No, like what Riff Raff was on. What was what was that girl's name, dude? That's where it all started. I forget what her name was, but obviously it was like that. And then like remember Bret Michaels used to have one?
Was it Rock of Love?
Rock of Love.
Yep, Rock of Love.
Yeah. I used to I don't know why. I loved all those shows, dude. Those are just like shows on MTV.
Yeah.
Another good MTV show was what's the one where they used to go around with the black light and look at all the cum?
Oh, Room Raiders.
Room Raiders.
Room Raiders was good. But I was watching. I saw something pop up on my TikTok the other day. It was an old clip from the one. What was the one with if you didn't like your son or daughter's like the person they were dating, like the parents would go pick someone for them to try to date.
Oh, dude.
Remember that? And then they would basically be like the person's daughter and like their toxic boyfriend would be sitting there and then the parents would be sitting there. They'd just be talking shit to each other, and then like a dude that the dad handpicked would show up and like take the chick out, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the name of that show, dude?
I forget, but I'm sitting there and this dude
Was it like parental guidance or
I
something?
might have been parental guidance, yeah.
MTV show.
It's like I'm watching a clip the other day, and it's like the dad and the boyfriend are going back and forth.
Parental control.
Parental control. That's what it was.
Parental control. That was a good one. That's a good one.
Parental
The
control was good,
The
yeah.
douchebag like boyfriend had to watch like
And
her
they would talk
watch the
shit
girl
to each other?
Yes,
Yeah.
they like it was like a mother like with like broken.
TV's not even close to as
It's
good
like a
as
mother
Sam.
with like broken English. It's like Spanish parents, right?
Well, now everything's like
and
moved
like
to
with the
YouTube.
like white punk ass boyfriend.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
See, you see how good they treat her.
That's good.
It's like I treat your daughter just like that. You have no idea what you're talking about, lady. You fucking crazy.
Yeah, they had no
Yeah.
respect. I was watching a clip the
No
other day.
respect.
Bro, the
No
boyfriend goes
respect.
to the dad. He goes, "You're just mad that I'm getting laid and you're not getting that." And I'm like,
Oh
"No,
my
imagine just
God.
like telling that to your girl's
Yeah.
dad. Like, what the fuck?"
Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, I could only imagine. That's parental control.
Yeah.
I thought there was one called Next.
Where they were just on a bus.
Or something about baggage. Remember they used to walk off the bus and they used
Yeah.
to say their thing?
Yeah, they would all be on a bus, and the girl could literally just be like, "Next," and send the dude back on the bus, and the new guy would come out.
Oh my God, man. Imagine being in the realm like back in that day, just because you have to apply to all that. Because you don't know, like, when you're young and going up, you're like, wow, this guy, where did they find this guy? Like, dude, you got to apply for all of it.
Yeah.
You got to pay for, like, you more than likely have to pay for, like, transportation out there or something like that. Like, they don't really, like, got you for anything unless you get picked.
There was a dude from Braintree, and he was way older than me. Like, I was probably, like, in elementary school or, like, middle school when he was in high school. But he was on the show Next, the one with the bus, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it like ruined his life because it made him think that like he was just this fucking beast, and like he just spent the rest of his life being the biggest degenerate, like fucking turned into a raging alcoholic.
Nice.
Like,
Wow.
He got like his 15 minutes of fame and it just ruined his life.
Wow.
Ruined his fucking life.
Wow. That sucks.
But I mean,
sucks.
hey, that's what it did.
I mean,
back
like
then.
literally, like my worst nightmare to like plummet my thing. Like even though like it didn't, I didn't do like obviously bad in my instance, but like what happened to Marco with Barstool, like when that whole thing happened, like I couldn't even watch that. Like that would fuck me up.
That
What
was
was that?
bad.
So what? I never saw that. He was actually on. It was the
Barstool,
competition
it was
show,
when
right?
Barstool Idol was still a thing.
Yeah.
Marco went on. He got a call like literally like 2 days in advance to go. He goes. I don't know what his whole purpose was. I'm pretty sure it was like to people like to go talk to people that have like exotic pets or whatever. But the night before, he stayed at my uncle's apartment who had a cat, and Mark was like extremely allergic to cats. So he woke up, his whole face is like legit swollen shut.
Oh no.
And he's trying to like explain like his idea and pitch it, and like they're really just like not letting him get it off. It seemed like, and I had to shut it off because like I was in class and people would text me nonstop to like, this is terrible. And I'm like,
But were they just being dicks, or did he drop the ball?
I don't know. I don't know.
No. He was terrible. He was bad. I think he'd admit that too. He was awful, god awful. They kept trying to tell him to change. So basically, you would go up there and you tell him like what you think you're going to bring to the company.
Yeah.
Right.
Like some people were just firing off ideas. They would basically tell him they didn't like this idea. And instead of just like switching off that idea and saying something else,
He was doubling down, tripling
down on it. And it was basically like, I'm going to bring, like, we're going to go visit all the Stoolies and see their exotic pets. That was his idea. And they were like, I think Prez was like, what do you mean? Like, you're going to get like 90% dogs. Like, how many people do you think have exotic pets? Dude, I'm telling you. Like, just imagine we walk up on this guy and he's got an iguana. Like, this is what he was doing. Like, the whole time. And they were like, listen, I don't think that's right. And he just kept going, guys, you're not understanding about these exotic pets.
What I will
Like, he couldn't
say,
get it out
what
of
I
his
will
head.
say is like a month or like 2 or 3 months later, all of a sudden they started to bring in like exotic pets into
No,
the.
one kid showed up,
into
shut
the
off with
office
the
of
exotic
his
pets. But this is the point. Mark came to me like the day before and was like, what should I do? And he listed out 10 ideas. I said, well, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. This is a good idea. He just stuck on one idea, this exotic pet idea, and didn't break from it. So he had a list of like 10 ideas. They should just be like, bang, let's do this, and this. And then they can at least see you as, okay, I got a ton of ideas. Even if
Wow,
you
at
don't
least
like them.
this kid's not a one-trick pony.
No, I like trying to argue with them. You got to watch it. I've never felt secondhand embarrassment ever until that point.
I felt second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth embarrassment.
Like his kids probably feel it. Like his future kids probably
His
feel
future
embarrassed.
kids are quivering.
I had to put the phone down, and I think I might have went under the covers. Like I was in bed when this happened. Like it was that bad, J5.
Yes, it was in the morning. It was like early.
Yeah.
It was like 9:30. I was in my first block class. I'll never forget. It was like a class I could give a fuck less about. And I'm gonna have it up. It was on Facebook Live.
Yeah, it was on Facebook Live.
And so I was watching it, and I'm watching him, and he keeps like. Because like, he's like congested, nervous
dude,
reflex. It was like, and it also wasn't like a good mix up. It was like, it was like, it was tough. Like,
Yeah, it was a bad one.
that
It wasn't
to
a
be-
good thing. But you know what? He never quit, and he just kept fucking chugging along. You got to give him credit for that.
No, yeah, absolutely. I give him credit for that. Not like
He's one of the most persistent dudes in the game that I know.
100%.
yeah, he honestly does have like a pretty strong consistency right now. Like
does.
he's got a very good, like you said, persistent. He's after it. He knows how to make his bread. You
Just
know?
that he understands that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and sometimes like he's just like, look, I'm gonna straight up ask somebody something, or fucking like be like, yo, like you trying to pay me for this? Like he's not afraid to just like have that awkward conversation, just be like, yeah, so like you should hire me to do this. Like that's what he does, bro, and it works.
Yeah, he does it with his own mother.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you going to give me $1,000 for a story post?
Yeah, yeah. Or he's also just randomly going to offer me fucking $1,000 for a car. I didn't know about that. That was pretty dope. No, he yeah.
Yep.
If there was somebody, like we said, to work a deal, I would pick
you
Marco.
send him in, bro.
You
I
send him in, dude.
yeah.
I'd fucking pick Marco. Yeah, 100%.
It's funny because a lot of these kids, that they might have more following than him, but he makes more money than most of them.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's the thing.
Yeah, it's nuts because he knows how to monetize it.
Yeah, the numbers might show you one thing, but like the actual numbers on the other, like business side of it,
Yeah,
kid's cool, and so it's like, you know, you could say, but that's what your average person on the street is going to look at automatically. Like they look at Jay Fine with $1 million, and then they look at me with 150. They're like, huh, like this kid's not even close to this kid. It's like, well, Little do you
got
know
no
that
clue.
like that kid with the 150 is just like on the low, like grinding out deals, like and just banging them out like day to day.
Yep.
I don't know what he's doing for this fucking for the jugular fucking injections. I don't know. This guy but somehow Marco gets a deal.
He gets it, bro.
He gets a fucking deal.
He did that with the hair, right? Didn't he do a deal with the little press?
I think he paid. He got a little bit off or something like that. He got X amount off.
Yeah.
But I think he still had to pay out of pocket for
But
some.
still, kind of smart to be like, hey, I'm trying to get a glow up. I'm just gonna fucking work deals and get myself where I want to be. Like, smart.
Yeah, I mean, if he can get it some off.
I mean, yeah.
I just wouldn't be fucking cutting my chin like that. That's crazy to me.
All right.
All right, you got any questions? What do we got next?
Oh yeah, questions. Okay, let's.
What else do we got on that list of yours? What's next?
We got the top 5 list that we have to get into. Top 5. Top 5 cars that says you're a douchebag. But we can get into questions. Questions. Wow.
Wowza.
Wow, we know who really fucking supports this podcast. All right, there's like 10 questions. We're gonna rapid fire them, all right?
Okay.
All right. Went to the restaurant last week, saw Justin sleeping on the stairs.
Listen, that's probably not a real post, but it's also 100% believable that actually did happen because he has got the work ethic. He's legitimately got no work ethic. Zero work ethic. But if you ask him, he's a pillar to the community.
It was the first thing I opened up and I didn't even see this. This is brand new.
What was the question?
No, it's not even a question.
It's just a
literally
statement.
says, went to the restaurant last week, saw Justin sleeping on the stairs, period. Yo, what the fuck? All right. Yeah, it's a pillar to the community, though. Yeah. Shout out to Justin.
No one can vote. Like this podcast, he's shocked that this even is going to get done because he's not here.
Yeah, that's
Justin in general.
That is too.
The most important person on the face of the planet, J Bones.
When did Al go bald?
It's just been a consistent thing for a while. When did I shave my head, though? Someone asked me that the other day. I'm like, I don't remember. Probably 4 or 5 months ago, I shaved it completely. But it's just been, I mean, I started this podcast, if you guys remember. Some of you that have been here since day one, A1 day ones, we call you guys.
With Flo.
I had a fucking mullet.
Yeah.
The hair was touching my fucking thing, and then it turned into a skullet, where it was more skull than mullet. So they've just been fucking happening. What do you want me to tell you?
Will Al ever get into an ice bath?
100%. That's a stupid. Who was that? Is that Del Vecchio?
Yeah.
Del Haggio, right?
Yeah, it's Del Haggio, yes.
I want to come to a Muay Thai thing or whatever the fuck he's into. Some gay shit he's doing.
He does Muay Thai. Yeah.
Is that what it is, Muay Thai?
So he said he'll take you through a full workout. I think that would be actually hilarious if
I think you need one for sure.
I do need one. I told him, I'm like, yo, I think I need he's like, I need time. And Anthony, he might be the most, like, this kid really is like God's child. He might be one of the most supportive, open-hearted, like, nicest kid in the world.
Yeah. He's like scented.
He's so,
mentally.
Dude, his kid's like so kind. Like every time he's like, what's going on, handsome? How you doing? He's like, you look great. You lose weight. I'm like, dude, you just know how to make somebody feel good because I look like dog shit, but good looks, my man. Like, and he'll start laughing. He's like, what's up, hoser? You know, like, so that's what, all right. Who's the best athlete out of the pod?
I feel like we answer these same questions all the time.
Yeah, that's a repeat.
It's not Justin.
It's not Justin. As far as between me, Al, and Jay Fine, I think we all excel in different stuff. If it's basketball, I'm going Jay Fine. If it's hockey, I'm obviously going to go me, but that's like, I can't really want to throw that one out there because like, I don't even like fucking really play hockey anymore. I retired like 8 years ago. That's a different story.
So you couldn't put on the skates if you needed to?
I couldn't. It's like a crazy long awaited return. Like I'll tell you right now, when I come, I don't know what will be more impactful when I go back to playing hockey or when Conor McGregor steps back in the octagon. I'm being completely serious. They both have the same weight. Because there's a lot of buzz in the community around people that I know.
They want you back.
Craving to get me back out on the ice.
What if we get you a beer league night? You got you, so we mic you up, dude. We do the whole 9.
It would be electric. I think that's what needs to. I think that's what needs to happen. Like I want to seriously hire somebody, like videography wise. Like I'm gonna go to open ice at Hockey Town. You pay like $10, and I'm gonna cut like a crazy promo video for me being back on the ice. and it's just gonna be like it's gonna be.
I'm pretty sure I can fucking handle that. I can hold the camera for you, dude.
It's chills. Literal, no pun intended. But
So
you get
you're
chills.
telling me the boys have been fucking clamoring for it?
The sticks have been tapped on the ice. There's been a lot of chatter, but you know what? You can't let them ask anymore. Like they've asked for like 3 years now to get me back on the ice at least.
You got the flow now too.
Huh? Listen, I'm telling you, man. We get me with a microphone attached to like my collarbone, like on my shoulder pads. Nico Luisi back on the ice for the first time in like 8 years. Numbers.
Oh, it's going to do numbers.
Just by the way that I play, man. I play with a lot of energy. I play with a lot of emotion. I'm the person that literally is like, I'm the one kid that you don't like to play against.
You don't think they're going to be
pesty.
like, why the fuck's Ken Moore here, dude? Because you're built like a fucking fridge right now.
I really think skating probably could help me too, like a lot.
I think it could
help
help
me
you
like a
a lot.
lot. Yeah, Nick, my boy Nick even says to me, he's like, dude, like, you ever think about it? Just like, he's like, I don't like to run or anything. He's like, that's why I skate 2 times a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. He's like, do you ever think about it? I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, I'm not thinking about that.
All right, so keep an eye out for that.
Golf, we're gonna definitely do a golfing series, me and you, because I think I can beat you. Does Al scrub his ass in the shower or just let water run through his cheeks and call it?
Scrub my ass. Yeah, I get my hands in my ass, dude. And I got a bidet. My ass is definitely cleaner than whoever fucking asked that question. I can guarantee that.
Does the girl from Iowa have a bigger wrench than the whole pod combined?
I do think she's hung like a horse. I mean,
your girl, Caitlyn Clark.
I have talked myself into that this could be like a transgender situation.
No, come on. She's a baller.
I agree.
She's a baller. I mean, she took out Angel Reese. Fuck you, bitch. Go home. That could have been a little bit aggressive, but honestly, hey, listen. Everybody wants to shine. Everybody wants. You talked about this in the car right up. Everybody wants when the haters are on and the lights are bright and you win it all and you got the middle fingers flipped off to everybody. It's cool. Yep. But once you lose, you start to cry and say, I dealt with this, that, and everything else under the sun. Yep. You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
You can't.
It's like, come on. But it's like these kids, like, I get it. She's young. She's still a kid. They get a lot more limelight. Now the media is crazy. Do they make assumptions about people? Like, yeah. But like, don't you want to be on that pedestal? Isn't this what you asked for? Yeah. Then the crown she wears is so heavy. Oh, all right, man. Like,
she actually wore a fucking crown. Did you see that? She brought a crown to the fucking game.
No.
She brought a crown to the game and put it in pregame warmups. Put it on her on the LSU bench. Angel Reese in front of Caitlyn Clark when she was warming up last night. So she's actually wearing and she like this. What I'm saying.
Hey man, like you
can't talk shit.
Can't do that.
And then let up 41 to Caitlyn Clark.
I don't care about the death threats.
I'd be keeping that in the gym bag. In like, if you win the game, then you pull that shit out afterwards. You do not do that shit pregame. You know what I mean?
Or if you do, you better not go 2 for 16 in the second half and
that's
fucking
what she did.
suck.
2 for 16. She did terrible. First half she was played great. But listen, I don't care. I don't cry about anybody that makes $1.7 million in NIL deals. That's what she made last year. $1.7 million that we know about. Okay, that's not the under the table shit. You know, the Marco Venmo shit. You know what I mean? That's 1.7 that people know about, right? She made $1.7 million as a fucking college fucking senior. That's insane to me. And you want us to cry about your life?
Yeah, no, I don't feel bad for you really at all.
I don't feel bad for you at all.
I think she said last night in the press conference, she's never been less happy ever since she won the national championship. Life's just gotten harder. Like, yeah, life's so hard that you just got copped of $2 million and you're playing college sports. Right now, you actually have zero to worry about.
You either walk the walk or you talk the talk. You don't talk the talk like you're on the top of the mountain and that nothing can touch you. You're waving by to people. Then when you lose, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, please, woe is me.
Yeah.
This is what LeBron does, though. Same shit.
We're
He's
friends.
Locked into the playoffs.
You know.
Then when he loses, it's just a game.
Because I have a feeling like she knew the storm that Caitlyn Clark was about to bring because she didn't forget about last year losing.
No.
So But before this all leading up to this game, she's like, just so everybody knows, me and Caitlyn Clark are friends off the court. I got respect for all my girls, but I get that. But on the court, you want to be nasty like KG, like we ain't got no friends in between the lines.
That's right.
That's how everybody should play. But again, listen, you want to cry, everybody. Like they said, like it's just media too. Like or whatever that girl Johnson's name comes to the defense of Angel Reese, like. Who needs to come to the defense of her? Like she can speak, and then she's like, I never get to defend myself. Oh God, dude, please. But you got plenty of limelight when you wanted to talk your shit, and you were the talk of the town last year and all this year. But then so once you won the national championship, you got your spotlight. Then you come into this year, you go MIA from your team, like. What did you think was going to happen to like somebody if Kevin Garnett did that in the Celtics? What did you think? They weren't going to fucking talk about it? And be like, just another night off for Angel Reese, but whatever. You know what? Caitlyn Clark got the last laugh. That girl's a fucking legit absolute bucket.
She's a bucket, but Jay Fine would still beat her.
How fast would you think you could beat her?
Oh, 1,000%.
I know I would beat her. I'd spot her like 8 points in a game to 11. All right. Here's what that is. That not... She can shoot the ball.
Caitlyn Clark or Angel Reese?
Both of the 2-on-1. Caitlyn Clark, not 2-on-1, not 2-on-1. Look, Caitlyn Clark is a good shooter, but like,
I mean,
here's the thing.
Good.
But if I was defending her, she's not even getting a shot off cleanly. That's my only point. And if she was defending me, I'm taking her to the hoop every time and I'm scoring.
Did you know Caitlyn Clark's like 6 feet, and the girl that primarily defended her last night, Haley Van Lith, was like only 5'7"?
Exactly.
It's like,
he's 6'3".
It's like, dude, you're an idiot. Like, dude, what a bad. And that stupid cunt coach, Kim Malaki, suck it. I would fuck you, but suck it. She's kind of a bitch, but I like
bet
it.
you she was hot back in the day.
She definitely, like, she could have got into porn. I could see
just
it.
the blondness of her.
And, like, the cleaved tits, the whole...
Dolly Parton a little bit,
bro,
right?
Damn. Yeah. She could have brought a different twine to the sex realm. How fast would Justin make Al tap in an Easter match?
Justin?
I don't know what an... yeah.
Oh, Justin would go down fast.
No, it said, how fast would Justin make Al tap?
Oh, who's writing that? Who's writing that in? Because that would never happen. Justin could never make me tap. I would make him break my bones, and I don't think he's got that in him.
Would Al beat Louis in a match? Would Al beat Mark Lewis in a match? A lot of matchups here. Al's a lefty. Al's a little crazy. I would have my work cut out for me.
I thought it was with Mark Lewis.
No, he asked for both. Louis me.
Oh, you're Louis. Okay.
And then Mark Luis is Marco.
I'm old now.
I don't know.
I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much, but yeah, they both be dead.
Need word for word breakdown on Mark versus Louis on Easter. All right.
We already gave them that.
We gave them that. So let's see if there's just any more questions. If not, we can move on. Let's just refresh. Let's refresh and go back. And I'm not going to lie, the best question that we got was the first one, and it wasn't even a question, just a statement of Justin being caught.
Well, we know he's just... Oh, what do you consider the North Shore? Where do you consider the North Shore? Like, where does it start? Where does it stop?
It's actually a good question, I think.
I bet you have the same for the South Shore. Like, what would you consider the South Shore? Like, where does it start? Where does it stop?
I would consider the South Shore, like, once you get past Dorchester and you hit Quincy, Braintree, that's where I think the South Shore starts.
I consider Quincy, right? Yeah. I consider probably Quincy the start of it.
Yeah.
And then where do you consider it stop and, like, the other way? Like, because then you get to Cape, you go Plymouth. Is that where you go?
I'd say probably before the bridge.
Before the bridge.
Yeah, from like Quincy down to the bridge.
Quincy to the bridge.
Yeah.
What do you think about the North Shore? I'd say... I think North Shore starts Saugus, and then it goes to... Where do you go where you pass the North Shore? I'd say Danvers. What do you think? Saugus to Danvers is North Shore? What would you consider North Shore?
What is it?
What do you consider North Shore?
What do I consider North Shore? Yeah, I would consider North Shore as soon as we step out of Boston. So on the north side. So I'd go with Everett.
You consider that the North Shore?
What do you consider Everett as?
I don't know. I don't even know if I consider Revere North Shore. I know people do.
That's what I mean. I would definitely consider
think it's-
Revere North Shore.
I feel like if you-
Saugus, North Shore.
But then you're considering East Boston North Shore.
Nope. I would consider,
I consider
East Boston
Revere-
a part of Boston.
But I consider Revere, East Boston.
A part of Boston?
I consider Revere, East Boston, and Chelsea all the same thing.
You can't.
I do.
One literally has Boston in it.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter
It does
because
matter.
all three of those were actually part of Chelsea before. Then they got split up. East Boston is no different than Revere in my eyes.
I would disagree. But
I think especially, that's how I look at it.
What would you... Then what are you calling it?
I would say that's like Greater Boston. Like the Greater Boston area is Revere, East Boston, Chelsea,
Interesting.
Cambridge. I don't know if you would get Somerville in there.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
consider that.
you're naming literally the old GBL league. You're going by.
That's my point. That's why it was in the GBL league.
Okay.
It's like
that's what you're
I
going
consider Revere, East Boston, and even Winthrop, dude's Greater Boston.
Do you consider it the same way in the south, like the south side of Boston? Like you considering like Quincy, Braintree, Milton, like Greater Boston?
Yeah, right. Like Roxbury. That's
Milton, yeah, I would consider Milton because Milton like touches Dorchester essentially. It's
So
like Dorchester, Milton is the same fucking
Milton,
place.
Milton touches like Mattapan. It touches
Yeah.
Dorchester. Quincy borders Dorchester.
I feel like Quincy is where I think of. As soon as I see Quincy, I'm thinking, okay, we're going into the South Shore.
yeah.
But so we don't got that buffer layer then.
Yeah.
Because the South, because I'm thinking the second you step, in my perspective, for the South
right.
Shore,
As soon as I hit the South Bay Mall, am I in the South Shore?
No,
I'd say you got to go a little farther.
you gotta go further.
Because
Okay.
that's still Dorchester, I think, right?
Okay. All right. I'm trying to see where the line is.
I think once you pass Revere movie theaters, you get to the North Shore. That's my
So
opinion.
Malden's North Shore and Revere's not?
Yes,
That's crazy.
it doesn't touch Boston. It doesn't touch anything. Malden don't touch shit.
Okay.
It's touching the edge of the Greater Boston area. Saugus, no, that's North Shore.
Yeah.
Saugus, Peabody.
So he's literally starting as soon as you're on Route 1.
Yeah,
And you
like real Route 1,
and
Cappies.
you passed.
Like figure Cappies.
And you literally pass the Overlook Apartments in the theater. And
Now
you
you're
come
getting to
around,
the
you
North
come
Shore.
around that corner
Yeah.
on the highway. Everyone knows the corner where you use the breakdown lane to beat all that 2-lane traffic. You have now entered the North Shore as soon as you break this current turn.
So then
That's
where
what
will we
I'm saying.
stop it? Because then there's going to be people that are like, some people call like Newburyport fucking still North Shore.
I don't know. Well,
I think that's
mean,
too far. You're getting way too far for North Shore, no?
I would say as soon as you pass Putnam Pantry, I guess right there on 114, right? Isn't that
So
114?
Danvers area? And then
Yeah.
what do you consider that? Upper Massachusetts?
North, just no, I don't know. Like I wouldn't.
I wouldn't call, my point is I wouldn't call Georgetown the North Shore.
No, because those places are so like on their own, like there's not like, I wouldn't say like that's North Shorey because there's like only so much that goes
Would you
on in
consider
that town.
Beverly North Shore? I think I would. Salem, Beverly, Danvers, Middleton-ish. Might be not North Shore. Peabody for sure. Yeah.
But yeah,
so-
like Gloucester's not North Shore. Like that's fucking all the way up. Like what else are we? That's the North. That's Northern Mass.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that the best
Northern
way?
Mass, yeah.
That's what I say about Georgetown. I say Georgetown's Northern Mass. Every time I explain some Georgetown to anybody, I say, have you ever been to the Topsfield Fair? That's the first thing I'll say. Oh, yeah. All right, it's 5 minutes from there. That's it. So that's not, Topsfield's not North Shore.
I know there's going to be some people that are going to be in the thing with maps and being like, hey, this is North Shore. That's just how I...
So your North Shore line literally starts around the corner on Route 1. Mine would be literally as soon as you enter. Like East Boston, I exclude. East Boston, I include with Boston. I think it's like a sub area of Boston. Everything else I would oppose as North Shore. Chelsea, but he does make a good point. Like I feel the same way about East Boston that I feel about Cambridge and Somerville. And I could be forgetting about like one other place, but
Is Somerville technically part of Boston?
it's fucking close, man. I'm pretty sure you could leave Boston and enter Somerville. That's what I'm saying. If you can leave Boston directly and hit the place,
Yeah.
that's, I guess, like to
That's
his
what I'm
point.
saying.
Yeah, it's, I guess, to your point. So it's like if I'm making the case for Somerville, Cambridge, and East Boston, he's saying how can I make the case for Revere and Chelsea to be included in those?
Revere, Chelsea.
For Cambridge, Somerville.
I could see not
East
Winthrop
Boston.
because there's one way in, one way out.
Not
Yeah.
Winthrop. Winthrop's literally would be a fucking island if it could be.
I consider Winthrop and Nahant the same thing. Just
the exact same. They're
They're
just
just-
they're like
they're just-
extended
yeah.
branches.
I look at it this way. The way I always think about it is who's your police department? You got the Boston police, or do you got like a town police department?
well, see, so then you're getting into I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Then
well-
we're getting into something different. Yeah, I agree. Because Chelsea got their own, Revere got their own.
Yeah, someone's gonna be in the
Somerville,
comments. Someone's gonna be in the
Cambridge.
comments on this fucking little segment, being like, oh.
Yeah, there are gonna be some real people that are gonna be like the whole Boston thing, but that's why I'm saying it's greater Boston. There's greater Boston areas, and then there's Boston.
I
wouldn't consider it North Shore, is what I'm saying.
No.
I'm not considering it full Boston. I'm calling it greater Boston. That's what I would consider greater Boston. Like there's those cities that touch, like you could say Somerville.
So I feel like
Cambridge,
I'm
all that
getting
shit.
around the horn, but I'm not getting completely on the other side because I don't know what other cities is technically gonna, I guess, be in that same group with all those, with East Boston, Somerville, Cambridge, Revere, Chelsea. I don't know if you want to throw Medford in there. Is Medford North Shore? That's tough. It's tough.
I think we're getting more Metro West. with Medford.
Now because we're
Metro West.
branching out towards fucking whatever that's
Yeah,
called.
Winchester.
Fells Way.
Yeah, you're getting that way.
Yeah, no, that's a little too crazy. That's all Middlesex.
Yeah.
That's all Middlesex.
Middlesex. So that's the west. So even Melrose, you can actually call that over there. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
close,
I mean,
right?
if we're going by divisions, it's even
Yeah.
Watertown.
I don't know. Arguing about the map. It's like
You could all day
All
long.
day.
But where is that? That's good to everybody. Where's everybody's line? Where's everybody's line cut off? Is that a question that you had that you just asked?
someone asked, where does the North Shore start? Where does it start?
Where does the North Shore start? That's pretty dope.
Each guest on the show or host should put together their own 10 pumped up Spotify playlists and then let people vote on it. I guess that's not a question. It's more of just a. But we kind of did we already
That's
go
fucking
over
stupid.
the 10
No.
like our pumped up playlists or no? I think we might have mentioned it. A
No,
little
I
bit
mean,
last today.
Del Hoggio asked us last week what songs get us fired up. He asked us what songs make you want to go through a wall.
Oh, this is actually a good question. If you have a super popular Instagram account, so let's assume you have a super popular Instagram account and you just started a podcast, why in the world would your second guest be a guy that makes belts? Are we taking crazy pills here?
Well, I got to play the defendant. I got to defend. That guy's obviously very, very well known in the area.
3.2 million followers, I think, on the Instagram. Just made the Rocks belt on WWE.
No shit.
Just watched it last night get smashed off of fucking Seth Rollins and everyone else's back. I'm not going to lie. I looked at the belt and I'm like, holy shit, that's a Cardillo weight belt.
Yeah.
And so right there alone, you could be like, want to know why I talked to this person? Because of the shit that they make and even make on one of the largest, biggest fucking live TV shows possible, that guy had to do with it. That guy's belt was seen on Monday Night Raw, used by the iconic Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock. So that would be how I would just wrap that up. I'd be like, that's why. That's why. And then my other guest happens to be on the largest hockey podcast in the nation.
I honestly think that that's the craze that he led with Rear Admiral out of all people. Is almost more crazy than having Cardillo as the second, because the second doesn't really matter as much. Me having Rear Admiral is not that big of a deal to me personally. I know what he's on the biggest podcast.
I think it's just a familiarity of. I think he's really trying to say obviously familiarity of the area and like fame of the area. Like the people that have popped out of here.
I think he knows a lot more people that he could have got a better 1-2 punch to start, and I'm sure he has that shit lined up. That would be my opinion. I think the 1-2 punch
But
Now,
this is like
I'm the
this
type
is
of
like
guy that would talk to a plumber. I like that shit. So like, fame to me don't mean shit.
well, he has that episode probably coming out soon with the war vet.
He said he can't release it because he doesn't have enough time on it. Like he can't like the guy couldn't speak as good as he wanted to speak. And the family was talking more than the guy, so he don't know how he's going to package it. I talked to him about it.
Oh, so that was a waste.
Almost. The guy wasn't all there.
I mean, guy's like 95 years old, so
It's tough.
I don't
World
know.
War II.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Was that his family that signed him up for that, though?
I'm not going to get
That's
into
fucking stupid, man. If my fucking papa was like 95 and decrepit and almost in a vegetable
What do
state.
you think if we put him to run for president?
Who?
That guy.
I mean, the fuck? He's going to
You
die.
got Biden right now, who's just as bad.
I mean, yeah, no shit.
It's just
but
the same thing.
that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
That sucks. That guy couldn't talk. It's a lot, dude.
Yeah,
that's
like
a lot
not
to ask a
remembering
guy
stuff.
that
I
age.
know,
He ain't
it's just-
75. The guy's like over 90.
So
To sit there for an hour and talk, that guy's probably wants to just like take a second and breathe. All right, let's do I don't know where we're at. I hate getting random Facebook friend requests. I fucking hate Facebook. I don't go on Facebook at all.
yeah, I don't have Facebook anymore.
Every time I go on Facebook, it's just people like murdering dogs. And
I haven't been on
fucked up ways
Facebook
and
since
shit.
like 09.
Top 5. I wanted to throw this out there. Top 5 since we were driving here. Top 5 cars that make you a douchebag.
Like if you drive this car, you're definitely a douchebag.
If you drive this car, you think you're a superior person on this earth, aka you might think that you're like somewhat of like Paul Walker, Dominic Toretto status. Like when you step out of the car, people are like, wow.
Okay, I
This-
think we
do you
have to
drive
throw this
car?
one on there. And I don't know
Is it
if
an
it,
honorable mention or does it make the top 5?
no, I think this makes the top 5 for sure. I think this could be close to one.
All right, we're going from close to 1. So
You want them in order.
I would want them in order, 5 being the least, 1 being the best. We can throw in an H and M for honorable mention.
All right,
Let's just brainstorm here. So what
Are
we
we
see
making
a lot
one
of.
list or a list of each?
Let's try and consensus on one list.
Okay, I like that. I think we have to throw it in, even though this person that does drive this car, I don't think he's a scumbag. I think we got to throw the scat back. That Dodge Challenger, you get the scat back.
The Dodge Challenger is a douchebag car.
Yeah. So we know
Sorry.
Tommy Garino does drive one.
Respectfully, Tommy, you drive a car that screams. I just think that my dick's bigger than yours, and
Yeah.
I'm
you want to race for
superior.
slips? I think that's a car.
Yeah, absolutely. When it's like I'm just trying to get from point A to point B, you're trying to like run me for a pink
We
slip.
can hear you from fucking. I can hear you start that up in East Boston when I'm in Revere. Like that's what that type of car. Yeah, put the scat back on there. Where do you think that falls? 1 to 5. You want to go 2 or 3?
I would want to go 4. Actually, I want to
right,
leave a
okay,
top 3
okay,
open. So we'll
okay.
put scat. We'll put Scat Pack, but we'll also really what it is a Dodge Challenger. That's because
Dodge Challenger for sure.
Challenger.
It's got to be on the list.
so Dodge Challenger on the list. So right now, Jay Fine, we're doing top 5 cars that consider you a douchebag if you drive them.
How about a Tesla?
Okay.
I think we need to get a Tesla on the list. Like now, I'm not saying you're a douchebag like muscle junkie Dom Toretto, but you're a douchebag in another way. You're trying to say that you're better than me because your stuff doesn't use gas and you're saving the environment.
Right,
Yeah.
right. People,
Like you got your 5 boosters. You're wearing a mask.
So you
if you drive a Tesla.
so Tesla is essentially like the person that got all the vaccines that's
Yes.
doing good.
Or it's that Asian kid in the club that, buys 3-4 bottles from the club. Like it's that guy. He's got bottle
that's-
service every club.
That's very
Yeah.
true. I think Tesla we could put.
You want to put it at 5?
I think we could put it at 5.
Yeah.
We'll put
Okay.
Tesla at 5.
Now, when you haven't even gone into the Cybertrucks, I haven't seen those. I was honestly very highly contemplating getting a Cybertruck, but then I just thought to my head, like, I think they look ridiculous.
Yeah, they do because they do look ridiculous.
They do look ridiculous, but I feel like I'm a ridiculous human being, so I was thinking about getting that, and I would very well admit that I'm a douchebag sometimes.
Okay.
So I got no problem with it.
Yeah.
Put Tesla on the list.
Tesla's on the list. All right, so we have an honorable mention spot, obviously, that we could probably come to a consensus with. We have a top 3 right here. Top 3 cars that consider you a douchebag. Now, I'm trying to think of the car.
How specific are you talking? Like just the make and model? Or are you talking about like someone who takes like a car and like tricks it out and does this and that to it?
No, I was thinking about that because we made a video about somebody that was in a Volkswagen Jetta. Primarily, it's Volkswagens, like either the Jettas or the Golfs that get turned into like fucking Need for Speed cars.
Right.
That could be actually
That's what I'm thinking.
That could be my honorable mention spot. Is like somebody in a old Volkswagen Jetta, because those things get turned into fucking legit lawnmowers, and you're a fucking loser. Yeah. Actually, in the number 3 spot, I'm going to do anyone that puts a body kit on a Honda. You're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Body kits on Hondas,
like
you're a
Civic.
loser.
Yeah,
like it's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like you take all the decals off of the original Honda. Like I don't know that it's a Honda Accord, and then you put this crazy ass body kit on the front and the back with a wing on the back. Like
Justin did this with his Mazda Miata. He did it with like fucking spinning rims. He put a spoiler on it.
Mazda Miata. That's another
like a body kit. Like
that's another. We could have another honorable mention spot.
Might have a few Anis. How about no car? You're a douchebag if you don't have a car.
A bike.
Right now I don't have a car. I'm working on it. So,
but you don't think that people gotta come? They gotta pick you up. You're probably just a piece of shit human being that you don't have enough money to buy a car.
I understand that I'm very inconvenient right now. I do also have enough time. I mean, money and financials to buy a car. I'm working on it. Finally in the works. I actually purchased the car. Just need the insurance, obviously. Nice. If this was Florida, I would be on the road. So Mazda Miata, we'll give you that. So, but back to, we're in a top 2 situation here. So any body kit on a Honda, you're a scumbag. Scat Pack, or if you just drive a Dodge Challenger, you're a loser. Teslas, you think you're better than everybody.
Can I throw this one out there?
Sure.
Because I think these people, a lot of the heat's been taken off them with the rise of the Tesla. But to me, I still think you're an OG douchebag if you drive a Prius.
Same thing. Yep, I agree. The Prius, right? Tesla / Prius on there. Any electric car, you're a loser. What about if we get a very specific car on this list? You tell me if it's worthy of the list. Kevin from Pizza Maria, like a raised up pickup truck with the big wheels, like he spent $120K.
That's number 2.
Like he pulls in, dude, with that.
Anybody with a lift kit on their fucking vehicle, you're a douchebag. Why do I care if the car or truck, or it's usually it is a truck.
It's always a pickup.
Is already high up in the air. You think I really give a fuck if I can see the shock springs that are colored on it?
He just put it up 16 inches. He's getting up with a ladder, pretty much a step ladder.
I don't care that you can fit a small family of dwarfs underneath your right and left tire, dude. Like any lift kit on truck.
Yeah.
You're a douchebag.
Well, now it's like, what are we going to do? We got the number 1 seed here. It means a lot. We already got the Challenger on there. I was thinking there had to be like a Mustang on there, but...
Well, like...
Do they even make Mustangs anymore? Mustangs were big back in the day. It
happens to just be another Dodge, but like I don't really want to like really like fuck with that too heavy, but it really is like people that drive like Dodge Chargers are fucking losers. Yeah, like you think you're in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. You believe you're a cop.
Right, so, Justin had a Charger for a while.
I'm in the other honorable mention spot. I'm putting in a Charger. That's what I'm just doing.
So Tommy's is a Challenger, not a Charger.
Those are still douchebag cars.
Yeah.
They're just
I know.
It's like if you had a thick boy, which is a Dodge Charger, and if you had somebody that's like slimmed out, like the Challenger is like a Mustang. If a Mustang and a Charger had a baby, that's a Challenger.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Yes.
So, all right, I don't know if this is worthy the number 1 spot. This might be a controversial one, I guess, depending on how you view it. But when I'm on the highway and I see some fucking dude with his flip-flops on and all the doors off his Jeep just fucking hanging out the side.
It's 100%. I think that's number 1.
I think
you got the doors off.
The doors off. Like the doorless, he's got his flip flops hanging out the side.
That. He bought an aftermarket accessory so that he would have a place to rest his foot.
Yeah. He's got the pedal.
Out there.
Yeah.
There's a kid that eats Burger King for a chicken pound from Burger King that used to have a Jeep and used to have every accessory under the sun. Yeah, it's a Jeep. It's a Jeep. You're right. There's nothing worse than it. They got the doors off. They took off the thing.
They actually have their own personal fucking wave from car to car. And they're the only people I know that do that.
Dude, and they have a like a glove compartment full of little rubber duckies that they put on other Jeep's people, and they just trade ducks. Look up the Jeep duck thing.
Oh,
they're as gay as they get.
That is fucking.
It's a Jeep guy.
That is so cringy, dude. Jeep people, you guys are fucking douchebags.
There's no one worse than a Jeep guy.
There's your fucking wave. Fuck you guys.
What is the wave for the Jeep people?
Every time that you pass another Jeep Wrangler, they just throw up their left hand. That's it.
It's not a specific wave. It's just a regular
It's
wave.
left hand all the time.
I think
throw it out.
they should throw up the dubs.
Duh.
Like if you like, at least that would make sense. You just hit them with the dubs, you know?
Jameis Winston just eat it.
Yeah, eat the dub.
No, dude, it's Jeep. Whenever I would take my mom's Jeep, dude, people nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I have to start doing it. I'm like, oh, it's Jeep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jeep.
I forgot she has a Jeep. Does she take off the doors and stuff or no?
No, her brain doesn't reach that capacity. She like barely can take off the fucking roof, which is like the easiest thing.
I've just never been like, you know what's really fucking up my car right now? This door.
Yeah.
This door is just ruining my whole car right now.
They want to
You
be
know?
like it's a golf cart.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that, man? If you were somebody that stayed local, I'm not driving on the highway with no doors and fucking with no
Exactly.
doors and shit with my
Exactly.
foot out. I don't trust
That's
other
crazy.
people. What are you doing?
Don't
But
understand
no, those
it.
people think that like they're like the American man. We're the American man.
Yeah.
I Jeep wave and trade rubber duckies on dashboards and wave to my also superior Jeep mates.
And they always got the fucking like Birkenstock sandals on, or the
Yeah,
ones with
yeah.
the ones between the fingers. What are those called?
Thong.
The thong sandals. I don't know how people wear thong sandals. You a thong sandal guy, Jay Fine?
I go back and forth.
I don't know how you,
You know
wear
who's
thong
a big
sandals.
thong sandal guy?
Who?
My father. My father like has I think like multiple pairs of like thong.
Like the ones that go between the two.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like sandals in general.
Me neither.
I feel like I'm gonna like
I'm
roll
glad
an ankle or something.
I'm glad I grew up in the era of socks and flip flops.
But yeah.
Like that's a dope ass era. Jordan, it was if you were poor, you were a poor, inconsiderate piece of shit. You weren't getting touched by any woman if you didn't have Jordan replicated sandals with socks on.
Yep.
I felt like
That was
in
the-
Revere. It was like that was ginormous.
I don't get why
girls even were doing it.
I still don't to this day get why people don't wear socks and sandals like that, like socks and slides, like that. That's how we grew up. Socks and
It's like
slides.
wicked comfy, dude. Like
Yeah,
talk to the
way
talk to
comfortable.
the Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's all they rock.
just socks and slides.
They just rock slides, dude. They just literally wear slides. So
and eat sushi. That's all they do.
and meditate
Yeah, chill. I like it.
and intake fumes from industrial.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like get into Hiroshima and Nagasaki like
Oh
bombs.
no, that's
what I thought you were gonna
terrible.
say.
That's not cool. Nah.
Oppenheimer won the Oscar.
I never watched Oppenheimer.
I haven't
yet.
watched it either.
Really?
I want to, but I haven't watched it. People say it's the best movie ever created.
I
Like
know.
top 10.
I know, but we also got you also got a lot of, I don't know. That's garbage. We also got a lot of heat for Dune 2. I still haven't seen it.
I thought Dune 2 was great.
It was good.
You seen it?
Yeah.
You seen it?
No, I was asking. It's good.
Oh,
I
good?
loved it.
Yeah?
Here's what I won't spoil anything, but what I loved about it was like I was expecting them to kind of like sell out and be kind of like PC and like Timothy Chalamet's character was going to be a pussy. He was a bad fucking ass in Dune 2.
Really?
Like he was doing shit where you were like, oh, like okay, damn.
He's somebody I want to criticize because he gets a lot of like comparisons to like Tom Holland, and obviously I have a hot on for Tom Holland. I've never ever watched one thing with Timothy Chalamet in it, so I really can't like.
He's too much of a pretty boy to be Tom Holland.
I can't pass like pass a judgment. I think him
Tom Hardy,
playing.
I mean.
I think him playing a Wonka. That's ideal. That's cool. Maybe this is something his scene where he's like,
yeah.
like because the guy who played Luke Skywalker, for instance, whoever that guy is.
Mark Hamill.
No, that's not Mark Hamill.
Isn't he Luke Skywalker? Am I wrong about that?
Well, I
He's,
thought Mark Hamill was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker, you fuck. That's Luke Skywalker.
Wait a minute.
He starred in Luke
That's
Skywalker.
the guy that's mad young.
He's not mad young, dude.
No, but hold
Dude,
on.
did you watch the Burt Kreischer movie? It's Mark Hamill. That's him.
Oh my God! All right, it is Mark Hamill. I got people mixed up.
Okay.
But even somebody like that, that worked for that guy. Like he played Luke Skywalker ideally. Luke Skywalker wasn't somebody that was like overly buff or it just kind of he fit like the Jedi role. this movie has been I've heard very, very based off of Star Wars in a way, where it's they're kind of like that. So maybe he's cool in that realm.
Well, you know what? All right, so here's the thing.
If you ever try and put him in a Marvel movie, I'm gonna immediately hate him.
No, see, what made it work was the fact that in the first one, his character isn't a badass, right? So like Timothy Chalamet being like this kind of like little boy, like baby face, like it works in the first one. And then in the second one, they make him into a badass. And it's kind of tough to believe, but like they do it really well.
So
I'll say that.
I got a question too, and I think, what do you think about nowadays in society, because of TikTok, Instagram, you got these people, we see actors more often. So you see them more often.
Yeah.
Do you think it hurts a lot of people, you buying them in certain roles, because you're seeing them all over the place, where before Mark Hamill, dude, he just showed up and he was fucking Star Wars. He was fucking Luke Skywalker. Like, people didn't really know him as much.
I get what you're saying. You see them too much as a real person.
You see them too much as a real person, and Timothy Chalamet is a little fruity, little zesty little boy. So then you just see him in this movie. You see him on covers in skirts and shit.
For real, yeah.
So now you see him in this movie. He's supposed to be fucking.
Is this fruity little zesty little boy?
Yeah. And now you see him. He's fucking dominating these earthworms. So it's like you can't.
Dude, these things have been told. I have never heard so much shit about sandworms in like my whole fucking life than the past 3 weeks. It's like, oh, I can't look at the sandstorm. I can't look at the sandworms. It's like because they did the popcorn bucket. As a sandworm smoked, and then all the actors were like, "That's crazy! I can't deal with the sand." I was like, "All right, man, we get it. Like the sandworm scene, you ride the sandworm, okay." It's like, has anybody ever watched SpongeBob?
I'm sure Timothy Chalamet has rode the sandworm in real life, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he is definitely 1,000%.
He's definitely a little zesty, fruity little boy.
Whatever you say. He is a little bit. So it's like, it's tough to buy these people in certain roles. That's all I'm saying, because you see them all the time. It'd be like all of a sudden if Kim Kardashian played a nun. Be like, you ain't no fucking nun, dude.
Yeah, absolutely not. You suck
I saw
dick.
Ray J fucking explode on your back.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that I've been on YouTube. I go on YouTube all the time, consistently, every single night almost. And there's an ad that cuts for the Kardashians now with Hulu, and it's Kate, and it's what's her name? What's
Caitlyn Jenner? Or Kris
is it?
Jenner?
Caitlyn Jenner is fucking Bruce Jenner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Caitlyn Jenner says, "Oh, here we go." He's like, and so he says, I'm just saying that he says like, Kim immediately wanted to try and find the route to how to become famous. I wanted to just clip that. I need to clip that ad and just be like, yo, yeah, you want to know how she found the way to become famous? By sucking and fucking.
Hold on. Why don't we just take that clip and then just go to like one portion of the sex tape? Everyone's going to know what it is, and cut it. Like, obviously nothing like when them two are just like in the robes.
I'll go on YouTube tonight and it's going to pop up. I'm just going to record it on my phone because I can't find it anywhere else. Yeah. But I can't get it out of my head that he's like, Kimberly was the first one to be on scene to try and figure out, like, how do I become famous? And I was like, I need to stop it right there.
But yeah, you should have done that on the spot.
Getting fucked in the ass.
Yes.
On the other end of that, being for public note, and then we'll go with I guess she really did draw up the great game plan of how to become in the limelight of everybody else.
We got our next clip.
Hey, and that's like that. We got our next clip.
We got our next clip.
Oh man.
You know who was also kind of like, look, I know, have you guys seen the new Roundhouse?
Yeah,
that came out.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
I need to watch it. I've been getting tonight, Tuesday night, because I ain't got nothing tomorrow. Tuesday night, I'll watch it tonight.
I actually enjoyed it.
Me too.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I know like Jake Gyllenhaal, he's done like Southpaw and those movies and shit, but like watching him go toe to toe with Conor McGregor is just, it's so not like believable for me. Like they're just getting the best of each other. I'm like, dude, in 2 seconds,
in real life,
over in real life. 2 seconds.
So in the thing, I said, I don't look at Jake Gyllenhaal as a tough kid, but for some reason his calm demeanor in that thing,
his demeanor is badass.
So that's how we kind of went at it last week. I know you were kind of in and out last week, but yeah, that's what we kind of said. Like, but it's like like
he has the capability to flip the switch to go crazy.
Yeah, like he's believable because of how calm he is. Like it's just like
while he's beating your ass, he'll be just like very calm.
What would make it most believable is his role in Southpaw. It's like fucking nuts.
That's the only reason I think he can somewhat get away with it.
Southpaw is like, I feel like for some reason, Southpaw is not a good movie. I mean, not a good, but like it's not like a good. What'd you say? Goodwill movie? Like it doesn't. I don't think that really comes out on the happy ending of things.
I don't know if I actually ever saw something.
I did, but I just don't forget how. I just forget. I know what happened in the movie. I forget how it ended. That's it. I forget how it ended.
Do you know how many times that happens to me in movies?
I forget how it ended.
I watched one movie on Netflix 5 times. 5 fucking times. And it took me to the last scene to figure out, oh, I've watched this movie before. It's the How Do They Fall on Netflix. It's the all black Western movie with Idris Elba.
Oh, I know. I haven't seen it. I know what you're
Watch it. It's a good fucking movie. Like there's all the blacks are in it. Every famous black actor, dude. It's wicked good, dude.
Is it like the Elite Eight?
It's like that, but it's no.
I love movies like that because
Hateful
there's a movie coming out. There's a movie coming out with my boy Alan Richardson and Henry Cavill as whatever it is, ungentlemanly warfare or something like that. I might be completely butchering the title.
Okay,
but it's like those movies where it's like not a Suicide Squad, but a squad's assembled by like all these different characters.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yep.
Well, this is different. This is more like
I want to see if it's Elite
This
8.
guy's on a rampage to try to find out who killed his kid, killed his father. But you got to watch it. It's actually a wicked good movie. But for some reason, like it just didn't register in my brain that I've seen this movie 5 fucking times.
The Hateful Eight. That's another one.
That's the Hateful Eight.
That's the Hateful Eight. It's a Quentin Tarantino film. This
Look
has
up the How Do They Fall.
Samuel L. Jackson, Kurt Russell. I Don't Care About the Woman Ever. Walton Goggins. Tim Roth. Ooh,
This is a top secret combat unit uses unconventional techniques to battle Nazis during World War II. That's the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So it's basically like Inglourious Bastards in a way.
I cannot wait.
Oh, by
That
Guy
sounds kinda
Ritchie
sick.
too. That's gonna get me going, dude.
Look at that. Read who's in that film.
We got Henry Cavill, Alan Richardson, Elsa Gonzalez, Henry Golding's in it, Carrie Ewells. I don't know if that's how you say his name, but that's the dude from Liar Liar, the stepfather. Henry Golding's that Chinese dude. So yeah, this is a Guy Ritchie flick. He always has pretty much the same people in his movies. Oh yeah, I can't wait for this. All right, what are you looking up?
I'm looking up nothing. I'm looking up absolutely nothing.
All right. Well, I guess let's all keep looking at Marco's shit because I'm sure his face is going to look absolutely fucking ridiculous by the end of this.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid, like, legitimately, I looked at him in Easter. I'm like, you absolutely don't need to do this. Like, you could, but this is what happens. He's going to feel better about himself. So he's butchering his face right now. I honestly hope it turns into a slippery slope and then he does his nose. Then he gets the high cheeks. Like, what if this gets into, like, we get, like, plastic Marco?
You're, like, smiling, laughing, like, it's my brother, so I'm hoping we, like, don't get there, like, at all.
I mean, he's my cousin. I agree, but don't you think, like, we're getting to that role? Like, this is the start. This is where stuff starts.
Well, we
get a Michael Jackson situation.
We thought the tummy tuck, Marco's going to turn himself black? Because Michael Jackson basically
I was thinking more of like all the surgery that he did, all that shit. The thin nose, where he didn't have a nose, then he started touching kids.
I was going to say these.
Is he going to start touching kids because of this?
I hope not. I hope that getting your jaw. I can't even think about it, bro. Literally makes me want to throw
Justin
up.
said to Nico, this is another thing. We'll go back to the Easter thing. Justin said to Marco, sorry. Justin goes to Marco, oh, you want to hold my kid? This is at Easter. He goes, no. You know, sometimes I get intrusive thoughts like I want to throw this baby off the porch. So like, okay, maybe we won't let you hold the baby. He's like,
to me.
No. Marco
said that?
to Nico.
Well, no, because
Marco said it to Justin.
Because he said to,
but in front of everybody, so I feel like I could say that now.
Because he said to me, he's like, so do you want to hold the kid? I'm like, bro, like, I'm not holding your kid. I held no one's kid. I'll never hold anyone's baby. Why? Because I believe the worst will happen once you give me a kid.
Like, you just think it's going to fall out of your arms.
Yep. Like, I'm just going to drop him. His head's going to fucking crack open. Neck's going to break. He'll have internal damage for the rest of his life.
I dropped one of my brother's kids once.
Yeah, that sucks.
I was walking him out. He was probably like 6 months old. So he could like hold his head up.
Yeah.
But we would like, it was a snowstorm. So I slipped down the steps and caught myself. And then the baby kind of like slid down me though. Hit the fucking cement, dude. Baby was like,
Oh my God, bro.
So they're more durable than you think. He might be a little bit retarded now. I'll have to check in on him. I'll let you know when we're going on vacation this summer. I'll let you know how he's doing.
Oh, nice.
I'll give you an update on that. But yeah, Mako was going to throw the baby off the porch. That was funny. That would be great just to see Justin's face. Like if we could prank him, like Justin's kid getting thrown off the porch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like,
he would lose it.
yeah, just like a fake baby, and he just like Mako punts it.
Shit.
All right, what do you think? You want to wrap this bad Larry up?
We could, yeah. I think we could. I think we went through a decent amount. It's probably a good enough amount of people just tuned out by now.
Oh yeah, they watched this for like 2 seconds, dude.
Nicolas Cage is a baby. Our Easter recap. My brother's fucking getting plastic surgery. What the fuck did Amazon do with the Revere Theater? NYC girls getting smashed in the face. That's pretty funny. And of course, top 5 guys.
There's no way that's true.
Top 5 guys that consider you a douchebag. The final list is Jeep people, any lift kit on a truck, a body kit on a Honda, a Scat Pack Challenger.
Yeah, we're gonna put that as any car that Tommy Garino has. We're gonna put that as number 4.
Number 5 is Tesla / Prius fucking drivers. Honorable mentions Dodge Charger and Mazda Miatas. I think that the
Oh, you didn't want to mention no car? You didn't want to mention no car on that list?
no, because douchebags drive. So like if you have no car, like that kind of takes you out of, qualification.
True. So. All right. See you later. Thanks for nothing. I think the show went a lot smoother that Justin wasn't here. I'll agree to that. What do you think?
Imagine that. There's like literally little to no like arguments. There was never hey, so what's next? There was never there was minimal cuntiness.
There was minimal cuntiness. That is a nice change of pace.
I don't know what.
Can you just picture him sitting on his couch being like, I can't get off. My hips hurt too bad.
He's going to have to explain. And this is where we're going to open up the next episode. So what happened to you? And it's going to be a 17 to 20 minute story on Justin's fucking hips. And everyone that's going to listen to it, we're going to get alibied on about 5 to 6 self-inflicted deaths from hearing the story. That's how daunting it's going to be.
Here's what I will say. Justin has zero form of content because look at Mako. Mako's getting his face fucking sawed off and he's still a slave to the content. That's slave to the content. That might be too much.
That's Justin, so overboard.
How does Justin not tell anybody that I'm getting my hips injected?
Well, that he's in the hospital right now because he had hip injections, and vlogging it a little bit. Give it a little vlog.
Like how you shitting, how you wiping your ass. You can't even sit probably.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Terrible. I didn't even think of that.
And for a kid that's done nothing like physical his entire life, like never really played a sport, never really done anything physical. He claims he does. He claims he's a shutdown defender. That's clearly not the case. I don't even know how he hurt these hips. That's what I want to know. How do you hurt these hips?
A shutdown defender and a professional bowler.
Yeah. Oh, he was a professional bowler for a minute. Yeah.
You don't know who you are, I am. Or what is it? You
don't know who you are, I am.
You don't know who you are. Do you know who I what is it? Who do you think you are?
I am. Yeah,
that is the stupidest. I
love that guy.
I'm still down for that guy's a fucking loser.
We should get him on the podcast.
Why would that guy ever? I don't even want him on the podcast. I will not be on the podcast if he gets on the podcast.
Why? He's probably got some interesting. What if he's just banging fucking 7s in Ohio, dude? And he's just like, you'll never believe this girl's pussy.
Why?
I don't know. You could get to that. I want to
hear about some 7's pussy in Ohio from that guy.
We listen to your stories about some fucking 5s in Boston's pussies.
Sure. No, I'm not saying that you have to. It just happens to be that I'm here and it's my show.
How's it going on that side? Everything going good for you? You still talking to anybody? No?
No, it's tough. It's fucking crazy. I hit roadblocks all the time. It sucks. We're at a fucking crossroad right now. Last week we were driving.
You were cooking last week.
Last week we were driving. This week we're diving down. It's tough.
Do you think
I'm probably gonna die alone?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Well, it probably had that to do with that Mako video. They probably saw that and they were like, they instantly dried up.
Yeah, that could have done
Listen,
it.
we need to get into shape. Maybe we should do a weight loss challenge or something like that.
I mean, like, yeah, we probably should do that. We got to do something.
Just for the podcast, you know?
We got to do something that's got to have like a little bit of incentive for me, maybe. Again, I just need that car so I can have like a common way to go to the gym.
We're April 2nd. So let's just say June 1st. That's 3 months. Is that 2 months or 3 months? 2 months?
April, May, all of April, all of May.
End of June. 3 months.
Yep.
What do you think a realistic weight loss is for you?
I need to get on a digital scale to see where I'm at, and I could tell you what I could get to. 3 months.
20 pounds?
Nah, it's a lot. That's a lot. There's a lot of lifestyle changes.
I'm going to be honest. I think in 3 months,
if I could
lose 50 pounds.
I would say that's retarded. But you're also bigger than me, so it's easy for you to lose weight.
What do you think your weight is right now?
I don't want to say it out loud because women do actually listen, but who fucking cares, dude? Somewhere probably around 235.
235.
Dude, when I'm 200,
I think if I stepped on the scale tomorrow morning,
220 pounds, I like don't look as fat as I do. It's weird. Like my body carries everyone's body's
body
different.
Composition.
Yeah. Like my legs are fucking huge. Like my thighs are thick. I wish it was muscle. It's not. I could have Saquon-esque thighs if I worked out, but I don't.
Why don't you go do some Muay Thai?
But my calves are the best thing on my body outside of my beach.
I would say if I stepped on a scale tomorrow, I'm probably around 258. That would be my guess. I'm always, every time I feel like I step on it.
You're like 6 inches taller than me, and you're like 18.
I got no legs, dude. I'm all stomach.
Yeah, that's true. I
gotta hit the planks, dude. Get my lower back and my stomach looking all right.
I gotta dude, my shoulder. I can't have shoulder pain. I hate having pain in my. I am having pain in my hips and stuff, and it's from gaming, sitting in the chair. I get it, but it's fucking tough.
Listen, one day. I bet you one thing though, your hips will not need lidocaine shots. That he was shitting his brains out yesterday from the lidocaine. That's what he said. He said I got a bad reaction to the lidocaine shots. I guess we'll give you more information next week.
I wish I got into this and I remember this, but this fucking Joker movie just made an announcement that it is going to be coming out on my birthday later on this year.
But it's going to be the musical one?
10/4. There's a trailer coming April 9th. There is over 15 songs, including 2 other original songs in this fucking thing that's considered a musical. You will ruin a great product by doing this.
What if it's outstanding?
No.
I mean, I agree. I'm already like anti-musicals.
I fucking hate musicals. But my boy who loves this fucking movie so much, and even he probably has a tattoo on his arm of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, thinks that this movie is going to be out of this world, groundbreaking. And he's like, oh, maybe it's not technically a musical. Nah, it's a fucking musical, man. When you have that many
15 songs, dude, times 2-3 minutes, that's like 30-40 minutes of the movie, dude.
So that's what I said. I said, if you put 3 minutes,
1/3 of the movie.
You put 3 minutes on every song right there. 15 songs, that's 1/3 of the movie.
It's going to be a song.
It's going to be a song and dance. You're gonna do a song and dance with the Joker and whoever she's gonna turn into Harley Quinn, right? I'm gonna guess.
Do you think it's gonna be him locked up and he's just thinking these things in his mind? Is that what you guys think it's gonna be?
I don't even fucking know. Wait, so is he? Why do you keep saying locked up? He got arrested at the end. I thought he was set free. Because isn't he in the city with all the Joker people, just going crazy?
Oh, like
does he end up getting arrested?
I don't remember. I thought he got arrested.
He does get arrested,
right?
Remember he gets arrested and thrown in a cell at the end?
That's what I thought.
Oh, all right. Maybe that's how it ended. I thought that it ended like that. They stopped the cop car that he was in, and they actually got him out of the cop car, and it was a bunch of Joker people going crazy.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe they did do that.
Because remember that it was like the viral film. I just remember the viral film going from like the live action shot where the kid fucking flies over the car with the skateboard. And he's dressed in all Joker shit. See how can you look up how the ending of this movie went?
What movie was it? It must have been some sort of Batman movie or something similar related. Like what? Isn't like the last scene like they're in a jail cell and you hear like somebody like talking?
That's actual Batman movie.
It's the actual Batman movie with
Barry Keoghan.
The kid that drank the cum.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to be the new Joker.
Okay.
In that.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's Barry Keoghan, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy's supposed to be the new Joker
Okay.
in that series.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now that movie's been postponed a whole year.
Huh.
And then later on this year, I think we're supposed to get the Penguin series, which is Colin Farrell's Penguin,
Yeah.
and that's a whole mini series. I'd be intrigued. That character's pretty cool. The way that Colin Farrell, that to me doesn't. I love when you can't tell that it's a person. I could not tell that that's Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
It took me like a while to look at the character and be like, okay, now I can see it.
Yeah.
But other than that, when I'm looking at him, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, so he was getting drived away by police. He did get arrested, but then he wakes up out of unconsciousness, and the clowns that were outside pulled him out of the car and had him on the top of the wrecked police car. So basically, they escaped him, helped him escape. So
Isn't the final scene in that movie?
he's dancing on the hood of the police car.
Yes, everybody's
The
dancing
screen
in the
cuts
street.
to the
Isn't
screen
it-
cuts to black before showing Arthur in a cell. You're right. A therapist is with him, and she asks about what makes him laugh.
I thought the final scene in the movie.
He is in a
this
cell.
is just okay.
Yeah.
So he is in the cell, but this is just flashing me too. At what point? I thought the very last scene in the movie was them showing like the origin of Batman's parents getting killed in the alleyway. Isn't it like one of the rogue Jokers that's part of like the mob? Like they flash to a scene of like young Batman in the alleyway with his parents, and the fucking guy shoots his parents, and then you see like that's kind of like the Batman origin.
I
It
just
ties
remember
it in.
that.
See,
I remember Joaquin Phoenix goes to Wayne Manor and he meets little Bruce Wayne through the fence, and he gives him something through the fence to give to his father,
Yeah.
Tom Wayne.
yeah.
But-
So they're saying basically why it's ambiguous. The ending is because it cuts to him talking to the psychiatrist, and they're
What
like,
does
is it in his
ambiguous
head?
mean?
Meaning like you could take it either way.
Oh,
That is it in his head, all that shit that happened, or did it actually happen?
Right.
like, it's the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's the whole fucking movie. That's the whole point. Like the movie started like that when we all found out that he was just literally actually just kidnapped a girl and held her captive, and then
Yeah.
But like, did he?
It was a good movie though.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie. It got me.
I don't know how they're gonna do a fucking musical. That's just crazy, dude. That's something gay Justin would do. Like, let's just make a musical.
Let's just make one of the most villainous fucking villains of all villains, Icon, a musical. Okay, cool. We'll see. How are you gonna have 15 songs in?
Is that your stomach? You hungry?
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Oh,
That
is
was
it?
him.
Oh, he's hungry.
I don't know how you're gonna do that, but
All right. I guess
see.
that's enough. You heard us rambling for that long. Go to dadgang.co. Dad.co. I don't even remember the fucking thing. 64938, I believe, is the thing. We'll put that in the description one more time. Listen, we're joking around, but Justin really does need the money. He's got no hips. He's got 0 hips. Like, how's he even walking around right now?
all proceeds will go towards new fucking hips.
Yes, for new hips. I wish he had fucking plates in his hips. That'd be awesome.
That would be great. That would be fucking nuts.
All right. We'll see you. Keep it clean, guys.
All right, like and subscribe.